Little Snail. I saw a little snail come down the garden walk. He wagged his head this way, that way, like a clown in a circus. He looked from side to side as though he were from a different country. I have always said he carries his house upon his back. Today in the rain, I saw that it was his umbrella. Hilda Conkling. Chapter 1. Our Hobbies. Hobby is an activity done in our free time for pleasure or for relaxation. Let us study about different types of hobbies. Scene of a room. Some children are sitting with Aryan's grandfather. Aryan, rushing into the room.
Phew, just in time.
Rima.
This is the second time this week that you have been late. What on earth have you been doing? We all have been waiting for you so that Grandpa can start telling us a story.
Aryan.
Well, today I couldn't help it. When I was coming, I saw a cuckoo feeding its chicks on a tree, and I simply got busy in watching it.
Grandpa. So your hobby is watching birds. You can be an ornithologist. Rima.
Orno, what is that?
Grandpa. Ornithology is a type of hobby. An ornithologist makes a scientific study of birds, where they live, their habits and characteristics, what kind of nests they make, how they look after their chicks, what they like to eat, and so on. Aryan, you are a young and so you cannot do that right now. You are a bird watcher, but that is a very good hobby. Turning to the rest of the children. What are your hobbies? Tell me one by one. Tanya.
I have a scrapbook. I collect various fallen flowers, dry them, and paste them in my scrapbook.
Gaurav.
I like to collect coins. I have hundreds of them from almost every country in the world.
Grandpa. You are a numismatist. Gaurav.
Last month my father brought some old Indian coins. They are from an ancient kingdom in the Himalayas. I also have coins which have something written in a strange script. Father said that it is the Arabic script. There is even a gold coin with the picture of an English queen on it.
Dimpy.
My elder sister collects stamps.
Tanya.
Grandpa, is there a special name for a stamp collector?
Grandpa. Yes, a stamp collector is called a philatelist. Aryan.
How does she collect stamps?
Dimpy.
She asks her friends to give her the stamps when they get letters, especially from abroad. Or when someone goes abroad, they bring her packets of stamps.
Gaurav.
But some hobbies are very costly and rare, Grandpa. I have a rich neighbor whose hobby is collecting very old and special cars.
Grandpa. Yes, those must be vintage cars. They are the cars that were built between 1917 and 1930. Aryan, happily.
It's wonderful to have a hobby you really care about. Whenever I see a new bird, my whole day passes happily.
Grandpa. Hobbies not only make you feel happy, but also increase your general awareness. When you collect stamps, you find out about the countries they come from. If you watch a bird, you come to know about its habits and our environment.
Rima.
I want to be a scientist. My mother says it can also be a hobby.
Grandpa.
Hobbies can keep us happy, active, and creatively busy.
Aryan.
They help us pass our time usefully and gain knowledge in an easy and interesting way. Thanks to my hobby, I don't have a boring moment in my life.
Grandpa.
Well, you all know the importance of having hobbies. Tomorrow, you will all show me your collections.
All.
Okay, Grandpa. Okay, Grandpa.
Chapter 2. The Crocodile and the Monkey. Once upon a time, there lived a monkey on a mango tree. He was very kind and shared the delicious fruits of the tree with all the animals that lived by the riverside. One day, when he was sitting on the tree, he heard a strange voice calling him.
Dear friend, I am hungry. Can you give me something to eat?
Whose voice is that? Wondered the monkey. He came down from the tree to see who had called him friend. He saw something like a log sticking out of the water. He went near it and found that it was the snout of a crocodile. The monkey asked him,
Did you call me just now?
Yes, my friend. I have eaten nothing for many days. Please give me something to eat.
The monkey climbed up the tree again and soon returned with a handful of ripe, juicy mangoes and gave them to the crocodile. The crocodile gulped down the mangoes and thanked the monkey. From that day, the monkey and the crocodile became friends. The crocodile began to visit the monkey every day. The monkey would pick the ripest and sweetest mangoes for his friend and even send some for his wife. But instead of being grateful, the crocodile's wife began to have wicked thoughts. One day she told her husband, If these mangoes given by that monkey are so tasty, imagine how much more delicious the heart of the monkey would be.
What are you trying to say? After all, he is my good friend,
asked the crocodile frowningly. How can a monkey and a crocodile be friends? Asked his wife angrily. Crocodiles are supposed to kill monkeys, not become their friends. If you don't bring the monkey's heart for me tonight, I will die. The crocodile was in a dilemma, but he loved his wife very much. So he decided to do what she wanted. He went to the monkey looking very depressed. When the monkey asked him what the matter was, he said,
My wife will be very happy if you visit our house tonight.
How will I go to your house? It is across the river and I cannot swim.
Hearing this, the crocodile suggested that he could carry him quite safely on his back. The monkey climbed down the tree and got onto the crocodile's back and both set off for the crocodile's house. When they reached the middle of the river, the crocodile told the whole story to the monkey. He told that he would have to kill him to save his wife's life. He said that only a monkey's heart could save his wife's life. The monkey was shocked to hear this, but at once he thought out a plan.
My friend, I don't mind giving my heart to save your wife's life. But unfortunately, I don't have it with me. I have kept my heart safely on the mango tree. So we shall have to go back to the tree,
he told the crocodile. The crocodile took him back to the mango tree so that he could bring his heart. No sooner had they reached the river bank than the monkey quickly jumped off the crocodile's back and scrambled up the tree. When he reached the top of the tree, he called out to the crocodile,
Go away and tell your wicked wife that she will never get my heart, nor will she get any mangoes in future.
Thus, the crocodile lost his dear friend because of his wife's greed. Chapter 3 4 Scholars. Scene 1. In a kingdom, 4 scholars are going through the forest while talking with one another. Then they see a man. First scholar.
Why are you looking worried?
Man.
Sir, I am in a great trouble. I have lost my camel. Have you seen it anywhere?
First scholar.
Is he lame in one leg?
Man. Nodding happily.
Yes.
Second scholar.
Is his right eye sightless?
Man. Looking surprised.
Yes, you are right. He can't see with his right eye.
Third scholar.
Is his tail short?
Man. Looking shocked.
Yes, my camel has a short tail.
Fourth scholar.
Is he suffering from any ailment?
Man. In excitement.
Yes, you have described my poor animal exactly.
Waits and thinks, then asks angrily.
Where is he? You thieves! You must have stolen him.
First scholar.
It is not so. We have not stolen your camel. In fact, we have not even seen him. We have only seen his footprints.
Man.
You liar! You have stolen my camel. How can you describe him exactly without seeing him? Come now to the king.
Scene 2. The man takes them to the king. The king is sitting on his throne, talking with his courtiers. King. Looking at them.
What brings you all here?
Man.
O king, these 4 men have stolen my camel. Please order them to return him.
Second scholar.
Your Highness, we have not stolen the animal. In fact, we have not even seen him.
King to the man.
How can you say that? They have stolen your camel?
Man. Bowing down.
Your Majesty, they have described my camel exactly. If they have not seen him, how can they do so?
King, looking at the scholars.
If you have stolen the camel, I order you to return him at once.
Third scholar.
O Lord, believe us. We have not stolen the camel. We are honest men, not thieves.
King.
Then how do you know so much about the camel?
Third scholar.
We learnt about the animal from his footprints.
King. Surprisingly.
From his footprints? How is it possible?
First scholar. You see, my lord, I noticed footprints of an animal on the muddy path. I observed that one footprint was lighter than the rest. I knew that the camel was lame in one leg. Second scholar.
I observed that only the leaves of trees on the left side of the road were eaten. Those on the right were untouched, so I knew he couldn't see with his right eye.
Third scholar.
I saw drops of blood from insect bites on the road, so I knew that his tail was too short to fly away insects.
Fourth scholar.
I saw that while his front feet were planted firmly on the ground, the hind feet had barely touched it. Thus I guessed that they were contracted by pain in the camel's body.
King, very impressed.
These men are very wise. They have great observing power. They are honest too. I am happy that I have such wise men in my kingdom. As for you,
Looks at the man.
I warn you to be careful next time. I order you to go and look for your camel.
Looking at the four scholars.
I make all of you my ministers. I am sure that you will be very helpful in ruling the kingdom and solving the problems of my people.
Chapter 4. Astronauts in Space. Do you know how astronauts spend their time in space? They do many of the same things in space that they would do on the Earth. They eat, sleep, work, wash, and have fun just as we do on the Earth. Of course, they can't roam around or play outdoor games there. However, life in space is still a lot like life on the Earth. Some things just have to be done in a different way. Astronauts have to be careful while eating in the space shuttle because their food can float away. Sticky foods are the best, and crumbly food isn't sent to space. Can you imagine crumbs floating around in the shuttle? It would be like being in a dust storm all the time. In order to make some foods lighter, water is removed, called dehydrated, from them. Some of the food is packed in tubes before eating. The astronauts add water and squish the food and water around in a plastic bag, so it is not too dry to eat. Astronauts can add hot water for hot food. But there is no refrigerator on the space shuttle, and hence no cold drinks. Sleeping in space is an adventure too. Some astronauts like to float free in the shuttle to sleep, gently bouncing off a wall once in a while. Other astronauts sleep better if they are zipped into a sleeping bag. This feels more like sleeping in a bed on the Earth. There is even a little pillow they can fasten to their heads with a strap. It is also very difficult to stay clean in space. There is no shower or bathtub on the shuttle. So, astronauts have to dry clean themselves. They can brush their teeth regularly, but have to be careful that toothpaste globs don't drift away. All the trash and garbage has to be put in bags and brought back to the Earth. Otherwise, it will keep on floating in space. Going to the bathroom is easy though. The toilet in the shuttle just uses airflow to carry waste away from the astronaut's body. One of the most important things astronauts must do every day in the space is exercise. Without gravity, the human body starts losing its muscle, mass, and bone tissue. To keep their bodies strong, astronauts exercise daily using a treadmill or a rowing machine. Chapter 5. Mahatma Gandhi. The name of Mahatma Gandhi is known all over the world. Let us read about him. Mahatma Gandhi was born on October 2, 1869 at Porbandar in Gujarat. His full name was Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. His father's name was Karamchand Gandhi and his mother's name was Putli Bai. He is known as the Mahatma, which means a great saint. His birthday is celebrated as Gandhi Jayanti all over India. Mohandas was timid in his childhood. He was frightened to step out into the darkness, even in his own house. He was afraid of ghosts, thieves, and snakes. There was a maid-servant named Rambha in his house. Once she asked him, "Why are you so scared? Remember, Lord Rama will always protect you." Fear never encounters him who remembers Rama. Gandhi was deeply impressed by these words. He took to reciting the name of Rama. He remembered God every time. He dedicated all his work to him. When he died, his last words were, "Hey Rama." Mohandas was married at the age of 13 to 14-year-old Kasturba Makhanji. Her first name was usually shortened to Kasturba, and she was affectionately called Ba. He passed his matriculation examination from Samaldas College at Bhavnagar in Gujarat. At the age of 19, Gandhi went to London to study law and to get trained as a barrister. This was because his family wanted him to become a barrister. He also lived in South Africa, where he saw that the Indians were discriminated against. Once he was thrown off a train when he refused to move from the first class to a third-class coach, as he had a valid first-class ticket. He came back to India in 1915. Since then, he devoted himself to the service of the Indian people. Gandhiji fought against the British to free our country from the shackles of the British. For this, he had to go to jail many times. To gain independence, he followed the path of ahimsa, non-violence, and truth. He wrote his autobiography, The Story of My Experiments with Truth. Mahatma Gandhi is known as the father of the nation. He is also known as Bapu and Mahatma. On January 30, 1948, when Gandhi was returning from his evening prayer, Nathuram Godse shot him dead. Sunday with Dad. A Sunday is so typical when Dad is around. The morning starts with a loud TV sound. One groan from my sister and another from me doesn't melt his heart to let us sleep for a minute or three. Mom tries to catch up on her wee bit of sleep, for she knows Dad is there to make a cup of tea. But once we are all up, it all seems so bright, for that's the only day when Dad has all the time. Chapter 6. A Pretty Butterfly. Hello, friends. How are you? I am a beautiful butterfly. My name is Tweety. I love to fly in the gardens full of sunlight, and I am very fond of flowers. I fly from one flower to another, picking up pollens and sucking nectar. Everyone, especially children, feel happy when they see me. There are many butterflies in a garden. You can see us in different colors. Some are pink, some are white, some are brown, and some are even black. Most of us have spots or patches on our wings. You can see us in different sizes too. Some are big, while some are small. Some are of different shapes as well. Though I look pretty now, I was not the same when I was born. Do you want to know how I grew up to become a beautiful butterfly? Come, I will tell you the story of my life cycle. It happened in 4 stages. First, I was hidden inside a tiny egg, which was stuck to a leaf. A butterfly lays its eggs under the surface of leaves. Soon the eggshell broke and I crept out. I resembled a tiny worm. People called me a caterpillar. I had brown patches and stripes. I was very hungry and ate up many leaves. As I ate, I grew bigger and bigger in size. Soon I was fed up of eating and so I slept soundly. I developed a brown and green leaf-like covering around me to keep me safe while I slept. That was the stage when I was called a chrysalis or pupa. After some time, I woke up and I broke my leaf-like covering and finally came out of the pupa. Everyone who saw me exclaimed, "What a pretty butterfly!" Some little girls called me Tweety. That is how I got my name. Some children try to catch me. It's very painful for me. I request you not to catch me. Chapter 1. The Sentence. Read these groups of words. A country, India, is big. Helps Tarun, always me. Do the above groups of words make any sense? No. So, these are not sentences. Now read these groups of words. India is a big country. Tarun always helps me. The above mentioned groups of words make complete sense. So, these are sentences. A group of words arranged in a correct order that makes complete sense is called a sentence. Chapter 2. Parts of a sentence. There are two parts of a sentence. One is the subject and the other is the predicate. The subject is the part that tells us who or what the sentence is about. The predicate is the part that tells us about the subject. Read the following example. The birds fly in the sky. In this sentence, the colored words, the birds, form the subject, and the words fly in the sky form the predicate. Read some more examples given below. Subject, predicate. The clothes are dry. The day was too hot. The children are eating chocolates. The rabbit runs very quickly. A strong wind is blowing. The sun is shining. The stars twinkle in the sky at night. They are playing cricket. Mr. Karan is my father. Bihu is the harvest festival of Assam. Chapter 3. Types of Sentences. There are 4 types of sentences. All the sentences begin with capital letters. Assertive sentences. A sentence which states something is called a statement or an assertive sentence. It can be positive or negative. For example, my mother is a teacher. Positive. This coffee is not hot. Negative. Interrogative sentences. A sentence that asks a question is called an interrogative sentence. It ends with a question mark. For example, how many friends do you have? What is your name? Imperative sentences. A sentence that expresses a command, request, or advice is called an imperative sentence. It ends with a full stop. For example, obey the traffic rules. Advice. Open the door. Command. Please help me. Request. Exclamatory sentences. A sentence that expresses a sudden feeling is called an exclamatory sentence. It ends with an exclamation mark. For example, what a good picture it is! Hurrah! We have won the match! Chapter 4. Noun and its kinds. A noun represents a person, a place, an animal, a thing, an idea, or an activity. Read the following example. The girl and the pup are playing with a ball in the park. In the above sentence, girl represents a person, pup represents an animal, ball represents a thing, park represents a place. All these colored words are nouns. Nouns have been classified into 5 groups. Proper nouns. Proper nouns are the names of particular persons, places, or things. Read the following examples. The Red Fort is located in Delhi. Rosie sings well. Santa Claus brings gifts on Christmas. Red Fort is the name of a building, and Delhi is the name of a place. Rosie is the name of a person. Santa Claus is the name of a person, and Christmas is the name of a festival. Common nouns. Common nouns are general names of persons, places, or things. The cow is grazing. The children are playing cricket. The train stopped at the station. In the above sentences, the words cow, children, cricket, train, and station are common nouns. Abstract nouns. The words used to express ideas, qualities, and feelings are called abstract nouns. We cannot see or touch an abstract noun. Read the following examples. A peacock is known for its beauty. We must show kindness to animals. There is danger ahead. The words beauty, kindness, and danger are abstract nouns. Collective nouns. A collective noun is the name of a group of people, animals, or things. For example, my family is not big. There is a herd of cattle in the field. The colored words in the sentences are collective nouns. Let us learn some more collective nouns. A pack of cards, a swarm of bees, a class of students. Compound nouns. A compound noun consists of 2 nouns. For example, land plus lord equals to landlord. Chapter 5. Singular and plural nouns. There are 2 forms of all countable nouns, singular and plural. Singular noun means one, and plural noun means more than one. A singular noun can be made plural in the following ways. By adding s. For example, car, cars, cat, cats, pot, pots. By adding es to the nouns ending in s, ss, ch, sh, and x. For example, bus, buses, match, matches, tax, taxes, wish, wishes. By adding ves to the nouns ending in f or fe, we remove f or fe and add ves. For example, calf, calves, knife, knives, wife, wives. By adding es to some words ending in a consonant and o. For example, tomato, tomatoes, mango, mangoes, potato, potatoes. By adding ies to the words ending in a consonant and y, we drop y and add ies. For example, lady, ladies, city, cities, baby, babies. We use is, was, has with singular nouns. We use are, were, have with plural nouns. For example, The baby is sleeping in the cradle. All the buses were late because of a traffic jam. Nisha has a pet dog. All these ladies have their own cars. Chapter 6. Genders of Nouns. Nouns can be categorized into masculine, feminine, common, or neuter gender. Male nouns are of masculine gender. For example, boy, man, horse, etc. Female nouns are of feminine gender. For example, girl, woman, mare, etc. Nouns denoting either male or female are of common gender. For example, teacher, doctor, student, etc. Nouns denoting non-living things are of neuter gender. For example, table, pen, basket, etc. Look at some of the nouns in the masculine and feminine gender. Masculine, feminine. Horse, mare. Ram, Eve. Lion, lioness. Drake, duck. Hero, heroine. Bull, cow. Peacock, peahen. Monk, nun. Prince, princess. Dog, bitch. Tiger, tigress. Gentleman, gentlewoman. Host, hostess. Nephew, niece. Sir, madam. Shepherd, shepherdess. Duke, duchess. Fox, vixen. Bridegroom, bride. Gander, goose. headmaster, headmistress, emperor, empress. Chapter 7. Kinds of pronouns. Read the following sentences. Mr. Tarun is our class teacher. He is an ideal teacher. Nisha dances well. She studies in my school. Kritika and I are good friends. We go to school together. Both Neha and Tanya are sisters. They are good at English grammar. Naira has a ball. It is orange in color. In the above sentences, the words he, she, we, they, and it are used in place of Mr. Tarun, Nisha, Kritika, and I, Neha, and Tanya, and ball respectively. So they are called pronouns. Pronouns are words that are used in place of nouns. There are different kinds of pronouns. Let us learn about them. Personal pronouns. The pronoun that stands for a person or thing is called a personal pronoun. For example, I, we, you, he, she, it are personal pronouns. Kinds of personal pronouns. First person, second person, third person. Pronouns that stand for a person or persons speaking are pronouns of the first person. For example, I, we. Pronouns that stand for a person or persons spoken to are pronouns of the second person. For example, you. Pronouns that stand for a person or persons spoken about are pronouns of the third person. For example, he, she, it, they. Personal pronouns have three forms: subject form, object form, possessive form. Subject form is the doer of an action. Object form is the receiver of an action. Possessive form shows to whom the thing belongs. Personal pronoun table. Subject, object, possessive. I, me, mine. We, us, ours. You, yours. He, him, his. She, her, hers. It, its. They, them, theirs. Demonstrative pronouns. The words which are used to indicate things are called demonstrative pronouns. Read the examples. This is a snake. That is a beautiful teddy bear. These are my books. Those are new cars. Here, this, that, these, and those are demonstrative pronouns. Remember, this is used for one thing which is nearby. That is used for one thing which is far from the speaker. These is used for things which are more than one and nearby. Those is used for things which are more than one and far from the speaker. Interrogative pronouns. Interrogative pronouns are used to ask questions. Read the examples. Who is your class teacher? Whom do you wish to meet? Whose book is this? What is your address? Remember, who, whom, and whose are used for persons. Who is used for the subject. Whom is used for the object. Whose is used for a possessive case. What is used for things. Which is used for both persons and things when a choice or a selection is made. Chapter 8. Verbs. Verbs are doing words. Read the following sentences. They watch television. The clown laughs. It rains. All the colored words are verbs in the above sentences. There are three forms of verbs: Given below are the three forms of some common verbs: present, first form; past, second form; past participle, third form. Admit, admitted, admitted; admire, admired, admired; come, came, come; go, went, gone; eat, ate, eaten; drink, drank, drunk; jump, jumped, jumped; write, wrote, written; read, read, read; play, played, played; run, ran, run; see, saw, seen; sleep, slept, slept; keep, kept, kept; laugh, laughed, laughed. The words is, am, are, was, and were are also verbs. They say something about a person or the state of a thing. They do not show any action. For examples, these animals are dangerous. Shalu is thirsty. Rahul was absent yesterday. Sanju and Sweetie were present at the party. Let us learn how to use these verbs. I, am, or was. We, are, or were. You, are, or were. Plural subject, are, or verb. He, is, or was. She, or it, is, or was. Singular subject, is, or was. The words has, have, and had are also verbs. Has and have are used when we talk about the present moment. Had is used when we talk about the past moment. Has is used with he, she, it, and singular nouns. Have with I, you, we, they, and all plural nouns. Had is used with all the subjects. Subject-verb agreement. Read the subjects and verbs in the following sentences carefully. She teaches us English. They go for a walk daily. We add s or es to verbs when we use them with he, she, it, and singular nouns in present indefinite tense. The verb changes according to the number and person of the subject. This is called subject-verb agreement. Read the following examples. I go to school every day. They play football at 4 o'clock. The lion lives in a den. You work hard to achieve success. Dogs bark at strangers. It runs on diesel. Chapter 1. Numbers and Numeration. Revising numbers. 1-digit numbers. 2-digit numbers. 3-digit numbers. Revising ones, tens, and hundreds. 9 ones plus 1 1 is equal to 10 ones, 1 10. 9 tens plus 9 ones plus 1 1 is equal to 10 tens, 100. 9 hundredths plus 9 tenths plus 9 ones is equal to 999. In class 2, you have learned in details about numbers up to 999. Let us solve the following exercises to recall the previous learning.
Less than, greater than, equal to.
4-digit numbers. We know that 999 is the greatest 3-digit number. Let us add 1 1 to 999. Hundredths, tens, ones. 9 hundredths, 9 tenths, 9 ones plus 1 1. 9 hundredths, 9 tenths, 10 ones. 9 hundredths, 10 tenths. On regrouping 10 ones into 1 10. 9 hundredths plus 100 on regrouping 10 tens into 100. 10 hundredths is 1000. 1000 is written as 1000. It is the smallest 4-digit number. We can represent 1000 in the place value chart as TH1, H0, T0, O0. Number in thousands: 1000, 2000, 3000, 4000, 5000, 6000, 7000, 8000, 9000, 10,000. Forming and reading numbers. Look and learn. 1000 plus 500 plus 010 plus 3 ones. TH1, H5, T0, O3. It is read as 1503. Other 4-digit numbers can be formed as shown below. 3000s plus 400s plus 8 tens plus 6 ones is TH3, H4, T8, O6. It is read as 3486. 5000s plus 200s plus 3 tens plus 8 ones. TH5, H2, T3, O8. It is read as 5238. 6000s plus 300s plus 110 plus 11 is TH6, H3, T1, O1. It is read as 6311. 9000s plus 900s plus 9 tenths plus 9 ones is TH9, H9, T9, O9. It is read as 9999. 9999 is the largest 4-digit number.
A 4-digit number can be formed by adding 1 to the largest 3-digit number. To represent 4-digit numerals on the abacus, we have a 4th spike called the thousandth spike in addition to ones, tens and hundredth spike.
Place value and face value. Place value is the place or position value of a digit in a number. A 3-digit number has 3 places, that is, 3 place values.
As the digit moves 1 place to the left, its value increases 10 times.
Example 1. Find the place value of all the digits in 678. Ones place. The place value of 8 is 8 ones or 8. Tens place. The place value of 7 is 7 tens or 70. Hundreds place. The place value of 6 is 6 hundredths or 600. Similarly, a 4-digit number has 4 places in it, that is, 4 place values. Example 2. Find the place value of all the digits in 8659.
The place value of 0 is always 0, irrespective of its place in the numeral.
Ones place. The place value of 9 is 9 ones or 9. Tens place. The place value of 5 is 5 tens or 50. Hundreds place. The place value of 6 is 600 or 600. Thousands place. The place value of 8 is 8,000 or 8,000. The face value of a digit in a number is the value of the digit itself. For example, the face value of 8 in 2587 is 8. Example 3. Write the place value and face value of A. 2 in 3247, B. 6 in 4069, C. 0 in 5025. Number, place value of, face value of. A. 3247. 2 is equal to 200 or 200. 2 is equal to 2. B. 4069. 6 is equal to 6 tenths or 60. 6 is equal to 6. C. 5025. 0 is equal to 0 hundredths or 0. 0 is equal to 0. Expanded form of numbers. We can express a number in 3 different forms. Consider the number 4529. The 3 forms of 4529 are standard form or short form 4529, word form 4529, expanded form. When we express a number as a sum of the place values of its digits, it is said to be in its expanded form. Arranging the digits of 4529 in the place value chart, we have TH 4, H 5, T 2, O 9. Thus, 4529 is equal to 4000s plus 500s plus 2 tenths plus 9 ones is equal to 4000 plus 500 plus 20 plus 9. Hence, the expanded form of 4529 is 4000 plus 500 plus 20 plus 9. Successor and predecessor of a number. The number that comes just after a given number is called its successor. To find the successor of a number, we add 1 to it. Examples: the successor of 1159 is 1160. The successor of 905 is 906. The number that comes just before a given number is called its predecessor. To find the predecessor, we subtract 1 from it. Examples: the predecessor of 778 is 777. The predecessor of 8295 is 8294. Comparing numbers. In class 2, you have learned how to compare 2 given numbers up to 3 digits. Follow the same rules for comparing 4-digit numbers. Rule 1. Out of the 2 given numbers, the one having more digits is greater than the other. Thus, 2145 is greater than 597. 7528 is greater than 378, etc. Rule 2. While comparing 4-digit numbers, the number with the greater digit in the thousands place is greater. Example: compare numbers 2965 and 3000. At thousands place, 2 is less than 3. So, 2965 is less than 3000, or 3000 is greater than 2965. If the digits at the thousands place are same, then compare those in the hundreds place. Example 2. Compare 3,142 and 3,257. At hundreds place, 1 is less than 2. So, 3,142 is less than 3,257, or 3,257 is greater than 3,142. If the digits at the thousands and hundreds places are same, then compare those in the tens place. Example, compare 7,846 and 7,869. At tens place, 4 is less than 6. So, 7,846 is less than 7,869, or 7,869 is greater than 7,846. Ordering of numbers. If there are 2 or more numbers, we can arrange them from the smallest to the greatest, or from the greatest to the smallest. When we arrange a set of given numbers from the smallest to the greatest, it is called the ascending order of numbers. When we arrange a set of given numbers from the greatest to the smallest, it is called the descending order of numbers. Example 1. Arrange the following numbers in ascending order: 3,565, 5,684, 487, 7,078, 2,263. Arranging the given numbers in a place value chart as shown below, we have: there is one 3-digit number and 4 4-digit numbers. So, 3-digit number, that is 487, is the smallest. Among 4-digit numbers, the smallest is 2,263. The other numbers greater than 2,263 are 3,565 is less than 5,684 is less than 7,078. Therefore, 487 is less than 2,263 is less than 3,565 is less than 5,684 is less than 7,078. Hence, the given numbers in ascending order are 487, 2,263, 3,565, 5,684, 7,078. Example 2. Arrange the following numbers in descending order: 7,026, 2,730, 4,073, 439, 557, 7,057. Arranging the given numbers in a place value chart as shown below, we have: clearly there are 2 3-digit numbers and 4 4-digit numbers. Among 4-digit numbers, the greatest is 7,057. The other numbers smaller than 7,057 are 7,026 is greater than 4,073 is greater than 2,730. Among 3-digit numbers, 557 is greater than 439. Therefore, 7,057 is greater than 7,026 is greater than 4,073 is greater than 2,730 is greater than 557 is greater than 439. Hence, the given numbers in descending order are 7,057, 7,026, 4,073, 2,730, 557, 439. Forming the smallest and the greatest numbers. To form the smallest number, we write the digits in ascending order. Let's form the smallest number using the digits 9, 2, 8, 5. The ascending order of these digits is 2, 5, 8, 9. So, 2589 is the smallest number. Similarly, the smallest number possible using the digits 2, 9, 6, 8 is 2689. To form the greatest number, we write the digits in descending order. Let's form the greatest number using the digits 2, 9, 8, 6. The descending order of these digits is 9, 8, 6, 2. So, 9862 is the greatest number. Similarly, the greatest number possible using the digits 6, 2, 9, 3 is 9632.
We do not write 0 at the extreme left place.
Skip counting in 4-digit numbers. Tinky jumps on the number line in 2 seconds and reaches 2016 by taking 4 jumps. Skip counting in tens, hundreds and thousands. On skip counting in tens in 4-digit numbers, the thousands, hundreds and ones place digit will remain the same. You need to increase tens digit by 1 only. For example, 5225, 5235, 5245, 5255. On skip counting in hundreds, the thousands, tens and ones place digit will remain the same. Only hundreds place digit need to be increased by 1. For example, 2288, 2388, 2488, 2588. On skip counting in thousands, only the thousands place digit will change by increasing 1. Rest of all the places remain the same. For example, 3829, 4829, 5829, 6829. Rounding of numbers. If we want to say about how many, it is not any definite number or a number in particular, but just a figure near the number. For example, when we are talking about the number of people living in a society, we may say about 4,000 people. The actual number could be 4,050 or 3,950 or something else. Similarly, we may say about 10,000 students appeared in the exam. The actual number of students could be 10,100 or 9,900 or something else. We round off numbers to estimate the figure or amounts, rounding off to the nearest tens. If we have 13 rupees, we can say about 10 rupees. If we have 17 rupees, we can say about 20 rupees. If the digit in the ones or units place is 0, 1, 2, 3 or 4, we generally round off the number to the lower 10. And if the digit in the ones place is 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9, we round off to the higher tens. Example, round off the following numbers to the nearest tens. 26 rounds to 30, as the digit in ones place is more than 5. So, round off to higher 10. 163 rounds to 160, as the digit in ones place is less than 5. So, round off to lower 10. 256 rounds to 260, as the digit in ones place is more than 5. So, round off to higher 10. 1081 rounds to 1080 as the digit in ones place is less than 5. So round off to lower 10, 3425, rounds to 3430 as the digit in ones place is 5. So round off to higher 10. Rounding off to the nearest hundredth. When we round off a number to the nearest hundredth, we look at the digits in tens place and follow the steps as given in rounding off to the nearest tens. Example, round off each of the following numbers to the nearest hundredth. A. 637, B. 8825, C. 5286. In 637, the tens digit is 3, which is less than 5. So, we replace tens and ones digit with 0 and keep the hundreds digit as it is. Hence, 637 is rounded off as 600. In 8825, the tens digit is 2, which is less than 5. So, we replace tens and ones digits with 0 and keep the hundreds digit as it is. Hence, 8825 is rounded off as 8800. In 5286, the tens digit is 8, which is greater than 5. So, we replace tens and ones digits with 0 and increase the hundredths place digit by 1. Hence, 5286 is rounded off as 5300. Chapter 2. Addition. Putting two or more numbers or things together is called addition. The total of the two or more numbers is called their sum. Let us first review what we have learned so far by solving an exercise. Addition of two three-digit numbers with regrouping. Regrouping once only. Example, add 628 and 237. Solution. Step 1. Write the numbers in the right columns. Step 2. Add the ones. 8 ones plus 7 ones is equal to 15 ones. Regroup 15 ones as 15 ones is equal to 10 ones plus 5 ones is equal to 110 plus 5 ones. Write 5 in the ones place of the sum and carry over 1 to tens column. Step 3. Add the tens. 110 carried over plus 2 tens plus 3 tens is equal to 6 tens. Write 6 in the tens place of the sum. Step 4. Add the hundredth. 600 plus 200 is equal to 800. Write 8 in the hundredths place of the sum. Thus, 628 plus 237 is equal to 865. Addition of three three-digit numbers. Regrouping ones, tens, and hundreds. Example, add 347, 252, and 234. Solution. Step 1. Add the ones. 7 ones plus 2 ones plus 4 ones is equal to 13 ones. Regroup 13 ones as 13 ones is equal to 10 ones plus 3 ones is equal to 110 plus 3 ones. Step 2. Add the tens. 110 carried over plus 4 tens plus 5 tens plus 3 tens is equal to 13 tens. Regroup 13 tens as 13 tens is equal to 10 tens plus 3 tens is equal to 100 plus 3 tens. Step 3. Add the hundredths. 100 carried over plus 300 plus 200 plus 200 is equal to 800. Thus, 347 plus 252 plus 234 is equal to 833. Addition of 4-digit numbers without regrouping. When we add 4-digit numbers, we first add the ones, then the tens, then hundreds, and finally the thousands. Example 1. Add 6,223 and 3,445. Solution. Step 1. Place the numbers in the correct columns. Step 2. Add the ones. 3 ones plus 5 ones is equal to 8 ones. Step 3. Add the tens. 2 tens plus 4 tens is equal to 6 tens. Step 4. Add the hundreds. 2 hundreds plus 4 hundreds is equal to 6 hundreds. Step 5. Add the thousands. 6 thousands plus 3 thousands is equal to 9 thousands. So, 6,223 plus 3,445 is equal to 9,668. We can also add the numbers using expanded form. Observe this example. Example 2. Add 4,582 and 3,417 using expanded form. Solution. Step 1. Add the ones. Step 2. Add the tens. Step 3. Add the hundreds. Step 4. Add the thousands. So, 7,000 plus 900 plus 90 plus 9 is equal to 7,999. Addition with 1,000, 2,000 up to 9,000. It is very easy to add 1,000, 2,000, etc. to any 4-digit number. Look how it is done. Example, add 4,450 and 5,000. Solution. We arrange the numbers in proper columns and add. Step 1. Step 2. So, 4,450 plus 5,000 is equal to 9,450.
We know that any number added to 0 is the number itself, so we add only the digits in the thousands place.
Addition of 4-digit numbers with regrouping. Example, add 4,547 and 2,929. Solution. Step 1. Put the numbers in the correct columns as shown. Step 2. Add the ones. 7 ones plus 9 ones is equal to 16 ones. 16 ones is equal to 110 and 6 ones. So, we carry over 110 to the tens column. We have 6 ones in the ones column. Step 3. Add the tens. 4 tens plus 2 tens plus 1 10 carried over is equal to 7 tens. Step 4. Add the hundreds. 5 hundreds plus 9 hundreds is equal to 14 hundreds. 14 hundreds is equal to 1,000 plus 400. So we carry over 1,000 to thousands column. Step 5. Add the thousands. 4,000 plus 2,000 plus 1,000 carried over is equal to 7,000. So, 4,547 plus 2,929 is equal to 7,476. Properties of addition. Let us see some rules of addition. Order of addends. The order of addends does not change the sum. Example, let us add 2,739 and 5,143 and 5,143 and 2,739. We see that in both the cases, we get the same answer. So, the order of the addends is not important. Adding 0 to a number. If 0 is added to any number, the answer is the number itself. Examples: 235 plus 0 is equal to 235. 4,105 plus 0 is equal to 4,105. 0 plus 3,842 is equal to 3,842. Adding 1 to a number. When we add 1 to a number, we get the number just after it, or we get the successor of the number. Examples: 729 plus 1 is equal to 730. 4,501 plus 1 is equal to 4,502. 3,710 plus 1, 3,711. Finding the missing digits. Examples: fill in the correct digits. Solution: follow the steps to find correct digits. In the ones column, 4 plus dash is equal to 6, or 6 minus 4 is equal to 2. In the tens column, 4 plus dash is equal to 8, or 8 minus 4 is equal to 4. In the hundreds column, 0 plus 7 is equal to 7. In the fourth column, 6 plus 2 is equal to 8. Word problems. Example 1. A fruit vendor has 1,135 apples and 1,340 guavas. How many fruits does he have in all? Solution. Number of apples is equal to 1,135. Number of guavas is equal to plus 1,340. Total number of fruits is equal to 2,475. So the fruit vendor has 2,475 fruits in all. Example 2. Sonu collected 4,637 marbles. Khalid collected 4,721 marbles. How many marbles did Sonu and Khalid collect in all? Solution. Number of marbles Sonu collected is equal to 4,637. Number of marbles Khalid collected is equal to plus 4,721. Total number of marbles is equal to 9,358. Thus, Sonu and Khalid collected 9,358 marbles in all. Framing word problems. We can also form our own word problem if an addition fact is given. For example, 357 plus 243 is equal to what? A word problem related to given addition fact can be: in first terminal examination, 357 students failed and 243 passed. How many students appeared in the examination? We can also form other word problems with the same addition fact. Estimating the sum. For estimating the sum of the given numbers, we round off the given numbers to their nearest place and then find their sum. Example: estimate the sum of the following numbers to the nearest tens. Also, find the actual sum. A. 56 plus 32. B. 28 plus 75. Solution. A. 56 is rounded off as 60. 32 is rounded off as 30. Estimated sum 60 plus 30 is equal to 90. Actual sum 56 plus 32 is equal to 88. Thus, the difference between estimated sum and actual sum is 2. B. 28 is rounded off as 30. 75 is rounded off as 80. Estimated sum 30 plus 80 is equal to 110. Actual sum 28 plus 75 is equal to 103. Thus, the difference between estimated sum and actual sum is 7. Chapter 3. Subtraction. The difference of two numbers is called subtraction. When we subtract a smaller number from a bigger number, the result we get is called the difference. The bigger number is called minuend and the smaller number is called subtrahend. Look at this number sentence. Example, 67 minuend minus 25 subtrahend is equal to 42 difference. Subtraction of three-digit numbers with regrouping. Regrouping tens only. Example 1. Subtract 345 from 864. Solution. Step 1. Write the numbers in right columns. Step 2. Subtract the ones. Since 5 is greater than 4, we cannot subtract 5 ones from 4 ones. So, we regroup 6 tens as 6 tens is equal to 5 tens plus 10 ones. Add 10 ones to 4 ones. 10 ones plus 4 ones is equal to 14 ones. Now, 14 ones minus 5 ones is equal to 9 ones. Write 9 in the ones place of the difference. Step 3. Subtract the tens. 5 tens minus 4 tens is equal to 110. Write 1 in tens place of the difference. Step 4. Subtract the hundreds. 8 hundredths minus 3 hundredths is equal to 5 hundredths. Write 5 in hundredths place of the answer. Thus, 864 minus 345 is equal to 519. Regrouping hundreds only. Example 2. Subtract 354 from 625. Solution.
Follow the steps of the above example. Regroup 600 as 500 plus 100.
Thus, 625 minus 354 is equal to 271. Regrouping tens and hundreds. Example 3. Subtract 427 from 812. Solution. Step 1. Write the numbers in column form as shown on the right. Step 2. Subtract the ones. Since 7 is greater than 2, we cannot subtract 7 ones from 2 ones. So, we regroup 110 as 010 and 10 ones. Add 10 ones to 2 ones. 10 ones plus 2 ones is equal to 12 ones. Now, 12 ones minus 7 ones is equal to 5 ones. Write 5 in the ones place of the answer. Step 3. Subtract the tens. Since 2 is greater than 0, we cannot subtract 2 tens from 0 10. So, we regroup 8 hundreds as 7 hundreds plus 100. Add 100 or 10 tens to 0 10. 10 tens plus 0 10 is equal to 10 tens. Now, 10 tens minus 2 tens is equal to 8 tens. Write 8 in the tens place of the answer. Step 4. Subtract the hundreds. 7 hundreds minus 4 hundreds is equal to 300. Write 3 in the hundreds place of the answer. Thus, the difference between 812 and 427 is 385. Subtraction of 4-digit numbers without borrowing or regrouping. Example 1. Subtract 3,127 from 6,247. Solution. First, write the numbers in column form as shown on the right. Now, subtract ones, then tens, then hundreds, and finally subtract thousands as shown on the right. So, the difference between 6,247 and 3,127 is 3,120. Example 2. Find the difference between 7,524 and 5,412. Solution. Here, 7,524 is greater than 5,412. So, we subtract 5,412 from 7,524. The difference is 2,112. Finding missing numbers.
When a number is subtracted from itself, the difference is 0. When 0 is subtracted from a number, the difference is the number itself.
Example. Fill in the correct digits in the boxes. Solution. In the ones column is equal to 8 minus 3 is equal to 5. In the tens column is equal to 6 minus 5 is equal to 1. In the hundreds column is equal to 7 minus 6 is equal to 1. In the thousands column is equal to 4 minus 1 is equal to 3. Subtraction of 4-digit numbers with borrowing. Example. Subtract 3,789 from 7,032. Solution. Step 1. Write the numbers in columns. Step 2. Subtract the ones. Since 9 is greater than 2, we borrow 110 from tens. Now, we have 10 ones plus 2 ones is equal to 12 ones. So, 12 ones minus 9 ones is equal to 3 ones. Subtract the 10, we have 2 tens left. 2 is less than 8. So, we borrow 100 from the hundreds column. Since the hundreds column has 0, we borrow 1000 from the thousands column. Now we have 10 hundreds from which 100 or 10 tens is lent to the tens column. So, 10 tens plus 2 tens is equal to 12 tens. Now, 12 tens minus 8 tens is equal to 4 tens. Step 4. Subtract the hundredths. 9 hundredths minus 7 hundredths is equal to 2 hundredths. Step 5. Subtract the thousands. 6 thousandths minus 3 thousandths is equal to 3 thousandths. So, 7,032 minus 3,789 is equal to 3,243. Checking subtraction through addition. To check any subtraction problem, we add the difference to the smaller number. If we get the sum as the bigger number, our answer is correct. Example 1. Subtract 4,305 from 7,627 and check. Solution. 7,627 minus 4,305. Answer is 3,322. Check. 3,322 plus 4,305. Answer is 7,627. Here, the answer is same as the bigger number, so the subtraction is correct. Example 2. Subtract 7,167 from 8,485 and check. Solution. 8,485 minus 7,167. Answer is 1,318. Check. 1,318 plus 7,167. Answer is 8,485. Here, the answer is equal to 8,485. So, the subtraction is correct. Word problems. Like addition, the concept of subtraction is used in many day-to-day problems. Let us study the following examples. Example 1. There are 8,397 packets of flour in a godown. If 4,076 packets are taken out, how many packets will remain in the godown? Write the number sentence. Solution. Number of packets in the godown is equal to 8,397. Number of packets taken out is equal to minus 4,076. Remaining packets is equal to 4,321. Number sentence. 8,397 minus 4,076 is equal to 4,321. Example 2. At a trade fair, a bike seller sold 586 bikes on the first day. He sold 289 less bikes on the second day. How many bikes were sold on the second day? Solution. Bikes sold on the first day is equal to 586. Bikes sold on the second day were less by equal to minus 289. Bikes sold on the second day is equal to 297. Combining addition and subtraction.
The number written without plus or minus sign is taken up as having plus sign.
Observe the following examples. Example 1. Solve 3,257 plus 2,143 minus 4,639. Solution. Add 3,257 and 2,143. Then subtract 4,639 from the sum. 3,257 plus 2,143. Answer is 5,400. 5,400 minus 4,639. Answer is 761. Thus, 3,257 plus 2,143 minus 4,639 is equal to 761. Example 2. Solve 6,254 minus 7,834 plus 3,236. Solution. Add 6,254 and 3,236. Then subtract to get the answer. 6,254 plus 3,236. Answer is 9,490. 9,490 minus 7,834. Answer is 1,656. So, 6,254 minus 7,834 plus 3,236 equals to 1,656. Framing word problems. Different word problems can be found for a single subtraction fact. For example, 72 minus 32 equals to what? Can stand for any one of the following. A. There are 72 students in a class. If 32 are girls, how many are boys? B. Geetika bought 72 flowers. She gave 32 flowers to her sister. How many flowers does she have now? C. Harshit has invited 72 friends on his birthday. He has 32 pieces of cake for them. How many more pieces of cake does he need if each friend gets one piece of cake? Estimating the difference of numbers. We have already learned the method of rounding of numbers to the nearest tens and hundreds, and then estimating the sum. Here we shall apply the same rule to estimate the difference. Example 1. Round off to the nearest tens and then estimate the difference. A. 43 minus 29. B. 635 minus 512. Solution. A. 43 is rounded off as 40. 29 is rounded off as 30. Therefore, estimated difference is equal to 40 minus 30 is equal to 10. B. 635 is rounded off as 640. 512 is rounded off as 510. Therefore, estimated difference is equal to 640 minus 510 is equal to 130. Actual difference 43 minus 29. Answer is 14. 635 minus 512. Answer is 123. Example 2. Round off to the nearest hundreds and find the difference of 893 and 444. Solution. 893 is rounded off as 900. 444 is rounded off as 400. Therefore, estimated difference is equal to 900 minus 400 is equal to 500. Estimated difference 900 minus 400. Answer is 500. Actual difference 893 minus 444. Answer is 449. Chapter 4. Multiplication. In the previous class, we have already learned that a multiplication is a repeated addition. Instead of adding equal amount repeatedly to find the sum, we multiply to find the same result in a much quicker way. Consider two groups of balls with 4 balls in each group. 4 plus 4 is equal to 8. By counting or adding, we know that the total number of balls is 8. In the above example, there are 2 groups and in each group there are 4 balls. We obtain the same result by multiplying. 2 into 4 is equal to 8. Number of groups into number of objects in each group is equal to total number of balls. 2 into 4 is equal to 8 is called a multiplication fact. Cross is the sign of multiplication called into or multiplied by. We read 2 into 4 is equal to 8 as 2 multiplied by 4 is 8, or 2 into 4 is equal to 8, or the product of 2 and 4 is 8. In a multiplication sum, the number to be multiplied is called multiplicand. The number by which we multiply is called the multiplier, and the result of multiplication is called the product. Thus, in 2 into 4 is equal to 8, multiplicand is 2, multiplier is 4, and the product is 8. Multiplication of a 2-digit number by a 1-digit number with regrouping. Example, multiply 67 by 7. Solution. Step 1. Write the numbers in the proper columns. Step 2. Multiply the ones. 7 into 7 is equal to 49. Write 9 in ones place and carry 4 to the tens column. Step 3. Multiply the tens. 6 into 7 is equal to 42. Add 4 to the 42, we get 46. Write 6 in tens column and 4 in hundreds column. So, 67 into 7 is equal to 469. Multiplication of a 3-digit number by a 1-digit number without regrouping. Example, multiply 324 by 2. Solution. Step 1. Place the numbers in the respective columns. Step 2. Multiply the ones. 4 ones into 2 is equal to 8 ones. Step 3. Multiply the tens. 2 tens into 2 is equal to 4 tens. Step 4. Multiply the hundreds. 3 hundreds into 2 is equal to 600. So, 324 into 2 is equal to 648. Multiplication of a 3-digit number by a 1-digit number with regrouping. Example 1. Find 347 into 6. Solution. Step 1. Arrange the numbers in respective columns. Step 2. Multiply the ones. 7 ones into 6 is equal to 42 ones is equal to 4 tens plus 2 ones. Write 2 under ones column and carry 4 tens to the tens column. Step 3. Multiply the tens. 4 tens into 6 is equal to 24 tens. 24 tens plus 4 tens carried over is equal to 28 tens is equal to 208 tens. Write 8 under tens column and carry 2 hundreds to the hundreds column. Step 4. Multiply the hundreds. 3 hundreds into 6 is equal to 1800. 18 hundreds plus 2 hundreds carried over is equal to 20 hundreds is equal to 2000s 0 hundreds. Write 0 under hundreds column and 2 under thousands column. So, 347 into 6 is equal to 2082. Sometimes when we multiply 3-digit numbers, we may get 4-digit products. Example 2. Multiply 465 by 3. Solution. Step 1. Multiply the ones. 5 into 3 is equal to 15 ones is equal to 110 plus 5 ones. Write 5 under ones column and carry 110 to the tens column. Step 2. Multiply the tens. 6 into 3 is equal to 18 tens. 18 tens plus 110 carried over is equal to 19 tens is equal to 109 tens. Write 9 under tens column and carry 100 to the hundreds column. Step 3. Multiply the hundredth. 4 into 3 is equal to 1200. 1200 plus 100 carried over is equal to 1300 is equal to 1300. Write 3 under hundreds column and 1 under thousands column. So, 465 into 3 is equal to 1395. Multiplication by 10, 100 and 1000. Observe the following examples. Example 1. Multiply 116 by 10. Solution. 116 into 10 is equal to 116 into 110 is equal to 116 into 1 tens is equal to 116 tens is equal to 1160. Rule. To multiply a number by 10, we put 1 0 to the right of the number. Example 2. Multiply 83 by 100. Solution. 83 into 100 is equal to 83 into 100 is equal to 83 into 1 hundredth is equal to 8300 is equal to 8300. Rule. To multiply a number by 100, we put 2 zeros to the right of the number. Example 3. Multiply 5 by 1000. Solution. 5 into 1000 is equal to 5 into 1000 is equal to 5 into 1 thousands is equal to 5 thousands is equal to 5000. Rule. To multiply a number by 1000, we put 3 zeros to the right of the number. Multiplication by 20, 30, 40 up to 90. Observe the following examples. Examples. Multiply. A. 16 by 30. B. 25 by 50. Solution. We have A. 16 into 30 is equal to 16 into 3 tens is equal to 16 into 3 tens is equal to 48 tens is equal to 480. Therefore, 16 into 30 is equal to 480. B. 25 into 50 is equal to 25 into 5 tens is equal to 25 into 5 tens is equal to 125 tens is equal to 1250. Therefore, 25 into 50 is equal to 1250. Rule. To multiply a given number by 20, 30, 40 up to 90, we multiply the given number by 2, 3, 4 up to 9 respectively and put a 0 to the right of the product. Multiplication by 200, 300, 400 up to 900. Examples. Multiply A. 26 by 200, B. 32 by 400, C. 12 by 700. Solution. A. 26 into 200 is equal to 26 into 200 is equal to 26 into 200 is equal to 5200 is equal to 5200. Therefore, 26 into 200 is equal to 5200. B. 32 into 400 is equal to 32 into 400 is equal to 32 into 400 is equal to 128 hundredth is equal to 12,800. Therefore, 32 into 400 is equal to 12,800. C. 12 into 700 is equal to 12 into 700 is equal to 12 into 700 is equal to 8400 is equal to 8400. Therefore, 12 into 700 is equal to 8400. Rule: to multiply a given number by 200, 300, 400 up to 900, we multiply the given number by 2, 3, 4 up to 9 respectively and put 2 zeros to the right of the product. Multiplication of a 4-digit number by a 1-digit number without regrouping. Example 1. Multiply 2033 by 2. Solution. Step 1. Arrange the numbers as shown. Step 2. Multiply the ones. 3 into 2 is equal to 6 ones. Step 3. Multiply the tens. 3 into 2 is equal to 6 tens. Step 4. Multiply the hundredth. 0 into 2 is equal to 0 hundredth. Step 5. Multiply the thousands. 2 into 2 is equal to 4 thousands. So, 2033 into 2 is equal to 4066. Multiplication of a 4-digit number by a 1-digit number with regrouping. Example, find 2442 into 3. Solution. Step 1. Arrange the numbers as shown. Step 2. Multiply the ones. 2 into 3 is equal to 6 ones. Write 6 under ones column. Step 3. Multiply the tens. 4 into 3 is equal to 12 tens is equal to 102 tens. Write 2 under tens column and carry 1 to hundreds column. Step 4. Multiply the hundredth. 4 into 3 is equal to 1200. 1200 plus 100 carried over is equal to 1300 is equal to 1300. Write 3 under hundreds column and carry 1000 to thousands column. Step 5. Multiply the thousands. 2 into 3 is equal to 6,000s. 6,000s plus 1,000 carried over is equal to 7,000s. Write 7 under thousands column. So, 2442 into 3 is equal to 7,326. Properties of multiplication. Property 1. Two numbers multiplied in any order give the same product. Example, 32 into 2 is equal to 64. 2 into 32 is equal to 64. So, 2 into 32 is equal to 32 into 2 is equal to 64. Property 2. When any number is multiplied by 1, the product is the number itself. Examples, 36 into 1 is equal to 36. 516 into 1 is equal to 516, etc. Property 3. When any number is multiplied by 0, the product is always 0. Examples, 0 into 52 is equal to 0. 221 into 0 is equal to 0, etc. Property 4. We can multiply numbers in any order. The product remains the same. Examples, 2 into 5 into 7 is equal to 10 into 7 is equal to 70. 5 into 7 into 2 is equal to 35 into 2 is equal to 70. 2 into 7 into 5 is equal to 14 into 5 is equal to 70. So, 2 into 5 into 7 is equal to 5 into 7 into 2 is equal to 2 into 7 into 5. Multiplication by two-digit numbers. Example, multiply 34 by 16. Solution. Step 1. Arrange the numbers in respective columns. Step 2. Multiply 34 with 6 ones. Step 3. Multiply 34 with 110. Step 4. Add the two products. 204 plus 340 is equal to 544. Multiplication of a three-digit number by a two-digit number. Example, multiply 175 by 37. Solution. Thus, 175 into 37 is equal to 6475. Multiplication by expanded form. Example 1. Find 22 into 5. Solution. 22 into 5 is equal to 20 plus 2 into 5 is equal to 20 into 5 plus 2 into 5 is equal to 100 plus 10 is equal to 110. Example 2. Find 224 into 4. Solution. 224 into 4 is equal to 200 plus 20 plus 4 into 4 is equal to 200 into 4 plus 20 into 4 plus 4 into 4 is equal to 800 plus 80 plus 16 is equal to 896. Word problems. Example 1. A novel has 52 pages. How many total number of pages will be there in 8 such novels? Solution. Pages in one novel is equal to 52. Pages in 8 novels is equal to 52 into 8 is equal to 416. Example 2. 42 students are sitting in one classroom. How many total students can sit in 23 such classrooms? Solution. Number of students in a classroom is equal to 42. Number of classrooms is equal to 23. Total number of students in classrooms is equal to 42 into 23 is equal to 966. Example 3. Gaurav liked a t-shirt that cost 285 rupees. He bought 15 of them. How much money did he spend in all? Solution. Cost of each t-shirt is equal to 285 rupees. Number of t-shirts Gaurav bought is equal to 15. Total money spent is equal to 285 rupees into 15 is equal to 4,275 rupees. Framing word problems. Consider the multiplication fact 5 into 9 is equal to question mark. We can frame many word problems for the above fact. A few of them can be 1. How many fingers are there in 9 hands? 2. In a group, there are 9 friends. Each has 5 chocolates. How many chocolates are there altogether? 3. In a carton, there are 5 rows with 9 eggs in each. How many eggs are there in all? Chapter 5. Division. In the previous class, we have already learned that division is an equal distribution of same quantity or things. We have also learned that division is a repeated subtraction of the same number. Let us revise these aspects through example. Example. Divide 15 sweets equally among 5 children. We have to find out how many sweets does each child get. Let's use repeated subtraction to find the number of sweets each child gets. On giving 1 sweet to each child, we have 15 minus 5 is equal to 10 sweets left. First time. Second time. On giving 1 more sweet to each child, we have 10 minus 5 is equal to 5 sweets left. Third time. Again giving 1 more sweet to each child, we have 5 minus 5 is equal to 0 sweets left. So, We have distributed 15 sweets equally among 5 children. Each child gets 3 sweets, or we can say if we subtract 5 from 15 3 times, we get 0. We write it as 15 divided by 5 is equal to 3 and read as 15 divided by 5 is equal to 3. 15 divided by 5 is equal to 3 is a division fact. Is the symbol for division. Division as forming equal groups. Let's take 20 divided by 4 as how many 4s there are in 20. Let's take 20 toys and divide them into groups of 4 each. We see that 5 groups are formed. How many 4s are there in 20? Obviously, 5. Hence, division fact is 20 divided by 4 is equal to 5. Division terms. The number to be divided is called the dividend. The number with which we divide is called the divisor. The answer we get after division is called the quotient. The above division fact can also be expressed as follows. This representation is called long form of 20 divided by 4 is equal to 5. In equal grouping, we know how many objects there are in the group and can find how many groups there are. Relation between multiplication and division. 18 bees is equal to 6 groups of 3 each, or 6 groups of 3 is equal to 18 is equal to 3 groups of 6 each, or 3 groups of 6 is equal to 18. We can write this as 6 into 3 is equal to 3 into 6 is equal to 18. These are multiplication facts. The corresponding division facts are 18 divided by 3 is equal to 6 and 18 divided by 6 is equal to 3. Since multiplication is the opposite of division, a multiplication fact gives rise to 2 division facts. Example 1. Divide 56 by 7. Solution. We recite the multiplication table of 7 till we reach 56. We find 7 eighths are 56. So, 56 divided by 7 is equal to 8, as 8 into 7 is equal to 56. Example 2. Write division facts for 5 into 5 is equal to 25. Solution. In this case, there is only one division fact. 25 divided by 5 is equal to 5 because other division fact will be the same.
We cannot divide any number by 0. Statements like 8 divided by 0 and 25 divided by 0 are meaningless.
Properties of division. While dividing numbers, we follow certain rules. Dividing by 1. Division of any number by 1 will give the quotient as the number itself. So, 16 divided by 1 is equal to 16. 435 divided by 1 is equal to 435. 2956 divided by 1 is equal to 2956. Dividing 0 by a number. Division of 0 by any number will give the quotient as 0. So, 0 divided by 65 is equal to 0. 0 divided by 326 is equal to 0. 0 divided by 345 is equal to 0. Dividing a number by itself. Any number divided by itself gives the quotient as 1. So, 23 divided by 23 is equal to 1. 425 divided by 425 is equal to 1. 3125 divided by 3125 is equal to 1. Division of a 2-digit number by a 1-digit number. Long division without remainder. Example 1. Divide 24 by 2. Solution. Arrange the numbers as shown. Step 1. Divide the first number 2 tenths by 2. We know that 2 into 1 is equal to 2. So we write 1 in quotient's place. We subtract 2 tenths minus 2 tenths is equal to 0. Bring down 4 ones. Step 2. Divide 4 ones by 2. 4 divided by 2 is equal to 2, as 2 into 2 is equal to 4. We write 2 in quotient. 4 minus 4 is equal to 0. So we get 12 as quotient and 0 as remainder. Example 2. Divide 112 by 7. Solution. Here, dividend is equal to 112, divisor is equal to 7, quotient is equal to 16, remainder is equal to 0. Example 3. Divide 72 by 3. Solution. Thus, 72 divided by 3 is equal to 24. Division of a 3-digit number by 1-digit number without remainder. Example 1. Divide 884 by 4. Solution. Step 1. First divide the digits at hundreds place. 800 divided by 4 is equal to 200. Write 2 in the hundreds place in the quotient. Step 2. Divide the digits at tens place. 8 tenths divided by 4 is equal to 2 tenths. Write 2 in the tens place in the quotient. Step 3. Finally, divide the digits at ones place. 4 ones divided by 4 is equal to 1 1. Write 1 in the ones place in the quotient. Therefore, the quotient is 221. Example 2. Divide 720 by 6. Solution. Here, dividend is equal to 720. Divisor is equal to 6. Quotient is equal to 120. Remainder is equal to 0. Thus, 720 divided by 6 is equal to 120. Division by one-digit number with remainder. Example 1. Divide 49 by 4. Solution. Step 1. Divide 4 tenths by 4. 4 into 1 is equal to 4. Step 2. Bring 9 ones down. Step 3. Divide 9 by 4. Find the maximum number that can be subtracted from 9. 2 into 4 is equal to 8. 8 is less than 9. 2 into 5 is equal to 10. 10 is greater than 9. We cannot subtract 10 from 9, so we take 2 into 4 is equal to 8. 9 minus 8 is equal to 1. Hence, 1 will be remainder. Check. Dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder is equal to 4 into 12 plus 1 is equal to 48 plus 1 is equal to 49. Example 2. Divide 226 by 5 and check the division fact. Solution. Step 1. After writing as shown on the right, we start with hundredths. Since 5 is greater than 2, we start with tenths. 2 hundredths and 2 tenths is equal to 22 tenths. 5 goes into 22 by 4 times. Write 4 in the tens place in the quotient and subtract 20 from 22. Step 2. Bring down 6 ones to make 26 ones. Now, 5 into 5 is equal to 25. We write 5 in the units place in the quotient and subtract 25 from 26, leaving 1 as remainder. Hence, 226 divided by 5 is equal to 45 and 1 remainder. Check. Dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder is equal to 5 into 45 plus 1 is equal to 225 plus 1 is equal to 226.
The remainder is always smaller than the divisor. If it is not, check the division again.
Division by 10. Let us divide the following numbers by 10. Examples: 1. 80, 2. 59, 3. 440, 4. 575. Solution: 1. Quotient is equal to 8. Remainder is equal to 0. 2. Quotient is equal to 5. Remainder is equal to 9. 3. Quotient is equal to 44. Remainder is equal to 0. 4. Quotient is equal to 57. Remainder is equal to 5. We observe that when a number is divided by 10, the quotient is obtained by removing the digit at the ones place from the number. The digit at the ones place is the remainder. Word problems. Example 1. If 8 pencils are packed in one packet, how many packets are needed to pack 96 pencils? Solution. Number of pencils in one packet is equal to 8. Total number of pencils is equal to 96. Number of packets is equal to 96 divided by 8 is equal to 12. Hence, 12 packets are needed to pack 96 pencils. Example 2. A jug of juice can fill 8 glasses. How many jugs are needed to fill 72 glasses of juice? Solution. Number of glasses can be filled is equal to 8. Total number of glasses is equal to 72. Number of jugs is equal to 72 divided by 8 is equal to 9. Hence, 9 jugs of juice can fill 72 glasses. Example 3. A book costs 8 rupees. How many books can be bought for 800 rupees? Solution. Total cost of books is equal to 800. Cost of one book is equal to 8 rupees. Therefore, number of books to be bought is equal to 800 divided by 8 is equal to 100. Hence, 100 books can be bought for 800 rupees.
Chapter 1. Living and non-living things. The things that we see around us can be divided into two groups, living things and non-living things. The features of living things and non-living things are different. Human beings, plants, and animals are examples of living things. On the other hand, car, bus, building, river, mountain, chair, table, sun, moon, etc. are the examples of non-living things. Living things. The things which have life are known as living things. For example, human beings, animals and plants are living things. They all move, grow, breathe, and reproduce. Non-living things. The things which do not have life are known as non-living things. They do not move, grow, breathe, or reproduce. The things like car, train, bus, furniture, building, radio, television are made by man. They are called man-made things. All man-made things are non-living. Things such as the sun, the moon, the earth, rivers, and mountains exist in nature. These things are not made by man. Hence, they are called natural non-living things. Differences between living things and non-living things. Living things breathe. If you cover your nose and mouth with your hand for some time, you will feel uncomfortable. Can you cover them for a long time? No. All living things breathe to live and survive. They have special organs in their body for breathing. Human beings and animals like the cow, dog, cat, goat, lion, and tiger breathe through their lungs. Insects like mosquitoes, flies, cockroaches, and grasshoppers breathe through tiny holes in their bodies. Fish breathe through their gills. Plants breathe through tiny pores called stomata present on the surface of leaves. So, all living things breathe. Hold the nose of your doll for a long time. Does it cry? No. Non-living things do not breathe. Living things grow. All living things grow. A seed grows into a small plant.
The small plant grows into a tree. A little baby grows into a child. A child grows into an adult. The young ones of animals grow into big animals. They grow in shape and size. A pup grows into a dog, and a cub grows into a lion. Do chairs, books, pencils and toys also grow? No. So, non-living things do not grow. Living things need food. Food is essential for all living things to stay alive. Food helps them grow. Food provides energy and helps in keeping their body fit and healthy. Plants make their own food with the help of air, water, chlorophyll, and sunlight. They take in water through their roots. Animals cannot make their food, so they depend on plants or other animals. Some animals like cow, deer, giraffe, and birds eat plants. Some animals like lion, tiger, leopard, and bear eat the flesh of other animals. Human beings also depend upon plants and animals for their food. Non-living things do not need food. Living things show movement. Animals like lion, elephant, and dog move on their legs. They move from one place to another in search of food, water, and shelter. Birds and insects use their wings to fly. Snakes use their body to crawl. Fish use their fins and tails to swim. Plants are living things, but they do not move from one place to another. They are fixed to the ground. Only a few plants show movement. The sunflower always turns its face towards the sun. The touch-me-not plant closes its leaves if you touch it. So, living things move. But tables, pens, books cannot move from their place on their own. Living things feel. All living things feel and react. When you touch a hot object, you pull away your hand immediately. A dog barks at a stranger. When you touch the touch-me-not plant, mimosa plant, it will bow its leaves immediately. Plants do not have sense organs, but they can also feel changes around them. Does your toy feel hot or cold when kept in an open place? No, it does not feel anything. So, non-living things do not feel or react. Living things reproduce. All living things reproduce their own kind by laying eggs, giving birth to young ones, or by producing seeds. This is called reproduction. A woman gives birth to a baby, while a duck, a pigeon, and a hen lay eggs from which chicks are born. Most plants produce seeds which grow into new plants. Can your doll make more dolls? No. Can your toy car make more cars? No. This is because they cannot reproduce. So, non-living things do not reproduce. Do you know? Some qualities of the parents are passed on to their babies. This is called heredity. Living things die. All human beings, animals and plants die after a certain period of time. Some live for a short time, while others live long, but they eventually grow old and die. The average lifespan of a human being is 60 to 70 years. A dog lives for just 10 to 12 years. Plants also die when they become very old. Non-living things do not die. Interdependence of plants and animals. Plants and animals are interdependent on each other in many ways. Animals get their food from plants. Human beings and animals cannot survive for a long time if plants did not exist. Plants release oxygen, which is essential to us and animals. In the same way, plants also depend on animals. Plants take in carbon dioxide, which we release. Birds and insects help plants to reproduce. There are just enough plant-eating and flesh-eating animals in the world. This is called balance in nature. Whenever we cut a tree or kill an animal, we are disturbing this balance. Points to remember. Things which have life are known as living things. Things which do not have life are called non-living things. Living things grow, need food, move, breathe, show feeling, reproduce, and die. Animals and plants depend on each other in many ways. Chapter 2. Plant Kingdom. We see several types of plants around us. Like our body, plants are also made up of various parts. Each part of a plant has its own function. All the parts of a plant work together to keep the plant healthy and alive. Observe carefully the parts of the plants in your garden or in a pot. You will see branches, stems, leaves, buds, flowers and fruits. The part of the plant above the ground is called the shoot. The part of plant below the ground is called the root. Let us now study about these parts one by one. The root. There are mainly two types of roots, taproot and fibrous root. Taproot. The taproot is a long and thick main root. It grows straight from the end of the stem and gives out some small roots along the sides. Plants like carrot, hibiscus, balsam, mustard, and pea have taproots. Fibrous root. Fibrous roots grow from the end of the stem and spread out. They do not have any main root. They have a large number of tiny roots attached to the end of the stem. Plants like wheat, onion, and rice have fibrous roots. Grass also does not have any main root. It has fibrous roots. It has a number of tiny fibrous roots attached to the end of the stem. It looks like a bunch of roots. Functions of the root. The root is one of the most important parts of a plant. No plant can live or grow without roots. Its main functions are: it provides water and minerals, which it absorbs from the soil, to the plant. It holds the plant firmly in the soil. Some roots store food for the plant. Vegetables like radish, turnip, carrot, and beetroot have food stored in them. This food is used by the plant. We eat the roots of such plants. The shoot. The shoot contains stem, leaves, flowers, fruits, and seeds. Different parts of the shoot have different functions. The stem. The main part of the shoot is the stem. It mostly grows above the ground. The stem holds the plant upright. It bears the branches, leaves, flowers, and fruits. Different plants have different types of stems. Some trees like the peepal, neem, and coconut have very hard, thick, and woody stems. Such stems are called trunks. The stems of some plants, like the banana, are soft and green, but they also hold the plants upright and bear leaves. Some plants have very soft and weak stems. Such stems cannot hold the plants upright, but they bear leaves, flowers, and fruits. Climbers and creepers have soft and weak stems. Grapevine, money plant, and bougainvillea are climbers. Pumpkin and watermelon are creepers. Functions of the stem. The stem holds the plant upright and gives it support. The stem gives support to the leaves, buds, flowers, and fruits. The stem helps in carrying water and minerals from the roots to the leaves. The stem also carries the food prepared by the leaves down to the roots and up to the buds, flowers, and fruits. Some stems store the food prepared by plants. We eat the stems of potato, onion, ginger, and sugarcane. The leaf. Leaves are the green part of a plant. They grow on the stems. They contain a pigment called chlorophyll. The function of chlorophyll is that it provides green color to the leaves. That is why leaves are green in color. A leaf also has many parts. The flat and broad part of a leaf is called the leaf blade or lamina. Each leaf has a main vein in the middle. It divides the leaf into two parts. There are many side veins coming out from the main vein. The veins carry water to the leaf. The leaf blade has many tiny pores on its surface. These pores are called stomata. The leaf takes in air through these stomata for breathing. Functions of the leaf. Leaves make food for the plant, so they are also called the food factory or the kitchen of the plant. Leaves prepare food in the presence of air, water, and sunlight. The process by which leaves make food for the plant is called photosynthesis. The leaves of some plants store food. We eat some of them as vegetables. For example, lettuce, spinach, cabbage, and coriander. The leaves take carbon dioxide in and give oxygen out while making food. In this way, leaves maintain a balance between carbon dioxide and oxygen in the atmosphere. The flowers. Flowers are the most beautiful part of a plant. We love to see flowers. Flowers are of different kinds and varieties. The interesting thing about flowers is that they bear a sweet and pleasant fragrance. Functions of the flowers. Flowers help in reproduction and produce fruits and seeds. Uses of flowers. Flowers are used in making perfumes. Flowers are used for decorating homes. Honey is made from the nectar produced by flowers. Fruits and seeds. Fruits are formed of flowers. Most of the fruits have seeds inside them. Some fruits like mango and lychee have only one seed inside them. Some fruits such as apple, orange, and pear have few seeds. Some fruits such as papaya and watermelon have many seeds. Some fruits such as banana and pineapple have no seeds. Functions of the fruits and seeds. Until the seeds get fully developed, fruits protect the seeds from heat, cold, and rain. Seeds mostly grow in the new plants. A seed coat covers a seed. A baby plant is protected inside a seed. It is surrounded by cotyledons which store food. The baby plant begins to grow when the seed falls to the ground and gets air, water, and sunlight. Slowly, it grows into a young plant and then becomes a fully grown plant. This process is called germination of a seed. Points to remember. The part of the plant which grows below the ground is called the root. A shoot has stem, branches, leaves, buds, flowers, and fruits. There are two types of roots, taproot and fibrous root. The stem is the main part of the shoot. Leaves are the food factory or the kitchen of the plants. Some fruits have only one seed, while some have many seeds. Chapter 3. Animal Kingdom. Food is very necessary for every living creature. We need food to live. Plants need food to live and grow. Animals also need food to survive and exist. Eating habits of animals. Different kinds of animals eat different types of food. On the basis of the food these animals eat, they have been classified into herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. Herbivores. Animals which eat only plants and plant products are called herbivores. Cow, goat, sheep, buffalo, horse, monkey, etc. are herbivores. Carnivores. Animals that eat flesh of other animals are called carnivores. Examples of carnivores include tiger, lion, leopard, and fox. Omnivores. Some animals are herbivores as well as carnivores. This means that they eat plants as well as flesh of other animals. These animals are called omnivores. Their examples include crow and bear. How do animals eat? Different animals eat different kinds of food. The shape of the mouth, the jaws, and the teeth of the animal are suited to the type of food they eat. Rabbits and squirrel eat plants and plant parts that are hard. They use their flat and long front teeth to bite fruits and seeds. The manner in which these animals eat their food is called gnawing. Cows and buffaloes have sharp front biting teeth to cut the grass. They have broad and strong back teeth to chew their food. These animals first bite the grass with their front teeth and then swallow it. Later, they bring it back into their mouth and keep chewing it for hours. This is known as chewing the cud. A giraffe uses its long neck to reach the branches of tall trees and to eat their leaves. An elephant uses its long and powerful trunk to break off branches and leaves and push them into its mouth. It also uses its trunk to suck and put water into its mouth. Carnivorous animals have sharp, pointed teeth to tear the flesh of other animals. They have strong jaws and their back teeth are broad and flat. They chew the flesh with these back teeth. Some animals like crocodiles and snakes swallow their foods as a whole. Such animals do not have biting or chewing teeth. Many tiny creatures such as houseflies, honeybees, and mosquitoes suck their food with a hollow tube into their mouth. A butterfly also has a long hollow tube in its mouth to suck the nectar of flowers. Some animals like lizards and frogs shoot out their tongues and swallow the insects quickly. A frog has a long and sticky tongue. The insects get stuck to the tongue. Animals like cats and dogs lap up milk or water with their tongues. An earthworm swallows soil which has parts of dead plants and animals in it. Food chain. Food chain is the process of eating and being eaten. Animals depend on one another for their food. Every living thing becomes food for some other living things. For example, grass is eaten by the deer. The deer is eaten by the lion. Similarly, a grasshopper eats plants. A frog eats the grasshopper. The frog is eaten up by a snake. Domestic animals need care. Domestic animals help us in many ways. Most of the animals give us useful products like milk and wool. Animals like camels, horses, and bullocks draw our carts. They need our protection and care. We should take proper care of them. We should give them proper food and clean water. We should provide them proper shelter. We should keep their shelters clean. We should wash them regularly to keep them clean. If an animal falls sick, we should take it to a veterinary doctor. Points to remember. Animals that eat only plants, fruits, and vegetables are called herbivores. Animals that eat the flesh of other animals are called carnivores. Animals that eat both plants and flesh are called omnivores. Chapter 4. Feathers and Movement of Birds. Birds are very lovely and beautiful creatures. They fly in the sky and are captivating creatures. We love to see birds. Let's know about the movements and feathers of birds. A bird's body mainly consists of head, beak, wings, feathers, tail, and feet. All these parts are very light. The shape of its body helps it to float in the air easily. A bird's bones are hollow and filled with air. This makes it light but strong. A bird flies with the help of wings. The wings have feathers attached to them. These feathers help the bird to fly. The tail of the bird helps it in changing its direction during flight. Feathers. A bird's body is covered with feathers. Feathers help it to fly. They keep the bird's body warm. Feathers are also of different kinds. Kinds of feathers. There are mainly 3 kinds of feathers of birds. Flight feathers. The flight feathers are attached to the wings and the tailbone. These feathers are long and flat. These feathers help the bird to fly, so they are called flight feathers. Down feathers. Down feathers are very small, soft, and fluffy that grow close to the bird's skin. These feathers keep the bird's body warm in the cold weather. They act like a warm sweater. A newborn bird has a lot of down feathers. Body feathers. These feathers are found all over the body of a bird. They provide shape to the bird's body. How do birds fly? The air under the wings pushes the bird up when the bird flaps its wings. On reaching high enough, it does not need to flap its wings anymore. During flight, the wings perform 2 kinds of movements. Upstroke. The wings move upward and backward. Such a movement of the wings is called the upstroke movement. Downstroke. The wings move downward and forward. Such a movement of the wings is called the downstroke movement. Birds fly to different extent. Some birds like eagles, vultures, and kites fly at great heights. These birds are called birds of prey. They have very sharp eyes which help them to see their prey on the ground. Some birds like sparrows, parrots, and bulbuls fly at a low height. Some birds like hens, ducks, and peacocks fly only a short distance. Some birds like swallows, pigeons, and crows have strong flight muscles. They can fly over long distances. In olden days, pigeons were used to carry letters from one place to another. Some birds are very heavy, and because of it, they are not able to fly at all. Moreover, they have weak flight muscles. Such birds are called flightless birds. They can run very fast on the ground. Examples of such birds include kiwi, penguin, and ostrich. Penguins can also swim underwater. Aquatic birds. Some birds spend most of their time in water. Therefore, these birds are called aquatic birds. They have oil glands which keep their feathers waterproof. Duck, crane, swan, and pelican are examples of aquatic birds. They have webbed toes, feet, which help them to swim in water. Points to remember. Birds are very captivating creatures on the earth. Birds fly with the help of their wings. There are 3 types of feathers: flight feathers, down feathers, and body feathers. Birds fly with the help of the upstroke and downstroke movements of the wings. Birds like kiwi, penguin, and ostrich cannot fly. Chapter 5. Kinds of Beaks and Claws. Birds are wonderful creatures. We all love to look at them. They also need food to live and grow as we do. But an interesting thing about birds is that they do not have teeth to eat their food. Instead, they have beaks in its place. These beaks are very useful for the birds. They help the birds to get their food and eat it. Some birds make their nests with the help of their beaks. Birds cut, tear, open, and crush the food with their beaks. Birds also use their beaks to protect themselves from their enemies. Most birds smoothen their feathers with beaks. This is called preening. Let's read about the different kinds of beaks and how birds use them. Strong, sharp, and curved beaks. Flesh-eating birds like hawk, kite, owl, vulture, and eagle have strong, sharp, and curved beaks. They use their beaks to tear flesh. They are called birds of prey. Short, hard, and horny beaks. Some birds crush seeds and grains. They have short, hard, and horny beaks. Peacock, sparrow, pigeon, and finch have short, hard, and horny beaks. Curved and hooked beaks. Parrots have hooked or curved beaks. They crack nuts and hard fruits with their beaks. Their beaks also help them climb up the trees. Strong and kissel-shaped beaks. A woodpecker has a strong, heavy, and kissel-shaped beak. It pulls out the insects living under the barks of trees to eat. Short and broad beaks. Swallows have broad and short beaks which are sticky from inside. When these birds fly, they keep their beaks wide open. Thus, tiny flying insects get stuck inside their mouth. Long, slender, and curved beaks. Some birds, like hoopoe and cattle egret, eat insects hiding in the holes. They have curved and long slender beaks for pulling out insects from holes in the ground. Broad and flat beaks. The duck has flat and broad beak with tiny holes at the edges. It feeds on plants, insects, and worms present in water. When the duck takes up muddy water containing insects, worms, etc., all the mud and water flows out from the tiny holes, leaving plants, insects, and worms inside the beak. Long, thin, and pointed beaks. The sunbird has a long, thin, and pointed beak. It sucks nectar from the flowers with the help of its beak. Feet and claws of birds. Feet and claws of different birds also vary. Most birds have 4 toes on each foot, and all birds have a claw at the tip of each toe. The claws help birds in catching, holding, and eating the food. They help some birds in walking, swimming, climbing, and perching. They protect the birds from their enemies. Let's study about different types of feet and claws. Perching birds. Some birds like sparrow, myna, and crow have 3 toes in front and 1 at the back that help them to hold the branches of a tree very firmly. These birds are called perching birds. These birds even sleep while perching. Preying birds. Some birds like eagle, vulture, owl, and hawk are called the birds of prey or preying birds. These birds have very strong and sharp claws for tearing the flesh of the prey. These claws are called talons. These claws help them to catch and hold their prey firmly. They have 3 toes in front and 1 behind, just like perching birds, climbing birds. Some birds like woodpeckers and parrots are climbing birds. They have 2 toes pointing in the upward direction and 2 toes in the downward direction. These toes help them to climb up and to cling to the bark of trees. Running or scratching birds. Birds like hens have strong feet with 3 long toes in front and a short hind toe which is higher up on the leg. These toes help them to scratch the earth and bring out the buried food, seeds and insects. Each of the toe has a sharp, horny claw. These birds run and walk on the ground. Wading birds. Some birds like cranes and herons have thin, long and graceful legs with wide spreading toes. These toes keep the feet from sinking into the mud, and the birds can wade through the muddy waters easily. Their long legs help them in walking without getting their feathers wet. Swimming birds. Some birds like penguins, ducks, and swans have webbed feet. They have 3 toes in front and 1 toe at the back. The 3 front toes are joined by special webs in between skin. These push the water away like paddles while swimming. The webbed feet of the birds enable them to swim very fast. Points to remember. Birds do not have teeth to eat food. Birds use their beaks to eat food. Ducks have broad and flat beaks with tiny holes at the edges. Most birds have 4 toes on each foot. The claws help the birds in catching, holding, and eating food. Chapter 6. Habitats of Birds. Like humans, birds also need a safe place to live in. Most birds build nests. Birds build nests so that they have a place to lay and hatch their eggs, protect and feed their young ones, provide shelter to their young ones. Birds decide on their nesting place with great care, safe from enemies and bad weather. They build their nests by using different things like leaves, straws, twigs, wool, hair, cotton, and thread. Different birds build different kinds of nests. In our country, birds usually build their nests in the month of February or March. Let us learn how some birds make their nests and keep them comfortable for their babies. The penguin. The penguin is a bird found in very cold places. It simply collects a few pebbles and stones and puts them together to make a nest on the ground. The tailor bird. The tailor bird has a sharp beak like a needle. It uses its beak to sew leaves together to make its nest. It uses materials like thread and wool to sew the leaves. That is why it is called the tailor bird. The weaver bird. The weaver bird uses its beak to weave leaves, grass, or twigs together to make a wonderful nest. The nest hangs upside down from the branch of a tree. The nest has a tunnel-like opening at the bottom through which the bird enters the nest. The woodpecker. The woodpecker pecks a hole in the bark of a tree. It keeps pecking deeper and deeper till it reaches a hollow in the tree. It uses this hollow space for its nest. The vulture. The vulture uses sticks to make its nest on tall trees. The nest of a vulture looks like a shallow cup. The owl. The owl makes its nest in the hollow of a tree or in an old house. It puts feathers and grass inside its nest. Caring for young ones. When the nest is ready, the mother bird lays eggs inside it. The father bird protects them from enemies while the mother bird sits on the eggs to keep them warm. They do so till the baby birds come out of the eggs. The coming out of the baby bird from the egg is called hatching. These baby birds are weak and featherless. They are not able to open their eyes, so their parents take care of them. They feed them, keep them warm, and protect them from enemies. The mother bird takes the food in her own mouth, breaks it into small pieces, and makes it soft. She then pushes it into the mouth of the baby bird. The baby bird's parents teach them how to fly and how to find food when the baby birds grow up and have feathers. In a few weeks, the baby birds are fully grown. Then they leave the nest and fly away. The mother bird lays eggs. Baby bird comes out of the egg. The mother bird feeds the baby birds. Points of remember. Most birds build nests. Birds build nests to lay eggs in them. When the baby is fully grown, the eggshell breaks and the baby bird comes out of the egg. Birds take good care of their babies. The parent birds teach them how to fly and find food for themselves. Chapter 7. Organ Systems. Like a machine, our body is made up of different parts. It consists of billions of tiny cells. The cells that share the same tasks are grouped together to form a tissue. A group of tissues forms an organ. A few organs work together as a system to do work. These different organ systems work together and make it possible for the body to work, play, eat, learn, etc. Our body has 9 important organ systems. Skeletal system. An adult human being contains 206 bones. All the bones are joined together to form a skeleton. The bones are joined in such a way that we can easily move our body parts. The skeleton gives shape, size, and support to our body. It protects delicate organs like heart, brain, and lungs present inside our body. Circulatory system. Heart, blood, and blood vessels form the circulatory system. The heart pumps blood to all the parts of the body through the blood vessels. The blood supplies oxygen and food to all the parts and takes back waste materials. The heart of an adult human beats about 72 to 80 times in a minute. Muscular system. Our muscles are made up of special tissues. Muscles can contract or stretch when they get a signal from the brain. The muscles are attached to the bones by stretchable tissues called tendons. They are the part of our body that allow us to move. There are more than 640 muscles in our body. Respiratory system. The respiratory system consists of nose, lungs, and windpipe. The air is taken into the windpipe through the nose, and from there it goes to the lungs. In the lungs, the blood takes oxygen from the air. The oxygen burns the food and gives us energy. The air we breathe out has carbon dioxide. Inside the nose, there are small hair. These hair trap the dust particles and germs present in the air. Do you know? The air we breathe in is called inhaled air. The air we give out is called exhaled air. Breathing habits. Breathe in fresh air as it has more oxygen. Never breathe through the mouth but through nose. Wear loose clothes so that you can breathe easily. Do not cover your face while sleeping. Digestive system. Mouth, stomach, small intestine, large intestine and anus form the digestive system. The changing of food into a very small, simpler form is called digestion. The food we eat mixes with saliva, a juice present in the mouth. From the mouth, the food goes to the stomach. It remains in the stomach for about 4 to 5 hours. From the stomach, the food goes to the small intestine. Here, digestive juices break the food into a simpler form. In the small intestine, the simplest form of food is absorbed and used by the body cells. The undigested food goes to the large intestine. It is then thrown out of the body through the anus. Nervous system. The brain, spinal cord, and nerves form the nervous system. The nerves receive and carry messages from different parts of the body to the brain and spinal cord. On receiving the message, the brain interprets the message and accordingly sends instructions to the various parts of the body. All the actions like walking, seeing, learning, hearing, etc. are controlled by the brain. The spinal cord and nerves help the brain to work. Sense organs, eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin are the 5 sense organs in our body. All the sense organs are attached to the brain through a network of nerves. The eyes help us to see and recognize things. We can distinguish the colors and locate the objects around us with the help of the eyes. The eyes are the index of our mood and thoughts, such as happiness, sorrow, anger, etc. The ears. We hear different sounds with the help of our ears. The ears enable us to know whether the sound is coming from a nearby place or from a faraway place. We enjoy music only because we have ears. The nose. The nose helps us in breathing and smelling. With the help of the nose, we can identify whether the smell is pleasant or not. The tongue. We taste different things with the help of our tongue. Because of the tongue, we can tell whether something is sweet, salty, sour, or bitter. The skin. The skin covers and protects everything inside our body. It helps us to feel the heat, cold, pressure, and pain. All the 5 sense organs are very useful to us. We should take proper care of our sense organs. Excretory system. Excretory system removes the waste material from our body. The 2 kidneys throw out wastewater in the form of urine. The lungs help us to throw out carbon dioxide. The skin also helps to remove sweat. Reproductive system. Reproductive system helps in producing young ones. The male and female have different organs for reproduction. Due to this system, life continues from one generation to the next. Points to remember. Our body is made up of cells, tissues and organs. The skeletal and muscular systems help our body to move. The heart pumps blood to all the body parts. Our brain controls all the actions of our body. Chapter 1. Our Earth. What is the Earth? The Earth is a huge celestial body that revolves around the Sun. It is one of the planets of our solar system. There are 8 planets in the solar system. They are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Pluto has been excluded from the list of planets. Our Earth is a unique planet and is blue in color. These planets, together with the Sun, make the solar system. The planets revolve around the Sun in their fixed paths, called orbits. About 500 years ago, people believed that the Earth was flat. They were afraid that if they went far off in any direction, they would reach an edge and fall down the Earth. Shape of the Earth. The Earth is round in shape. It looks like a huge round ball. But a Portuguese sailor, Ferdinand Magellan, who became the first to sail around the Earth, did not believe this at first. In 1519, he started a long voyage from Spain. He kept sailing only in one direction. After 3 years, his ship returned to the same place from where he had started his voyage. Thus, it was proved that the Earth was round in shape and not flat. This was further proved when astronauts and satellites took photographs of the Earth from space. All these photographs show that the Earth is round like a huge ball. The Earth is slightly flat at the top and at the bottom. and so it is not perfectly round. These flat areas are called the poles, the North Pole and the South Pole. The Earth's surface. The Earth's surface is covered with land and water. About 1/4 of the Earth's surface is land, whereas 3/4 of it is covered with water. A layer of air surrounds the Earth. It is called the atmosphere. Life is possible on the Earth only due to presence of air, water, and land. This is the special feature of our Earth. This feature makes it unique and different from other planets of the solar system. If you look out far from a high building, the land and sky seem to meet, but in reality, they do not meet. The place where the land and the sky appear to meet is called the horizon. In other words, horizon is an imaginary meeting point of the land and the sky. If we go closer to the horizon, it seems to move further away. Many people live near the sea, where land and water meet. This is called the coast. Our universe. We see millions of stars twinkling when we look at the sky at night. These millions of stars, together with planets, make the universe. The solar system is also a part of our universe. Points to remember. There are 8 planets in our solar system. The Earth's surface is made up of land and water. The Earth is round in shape. Ferdinand Magellan was the first person to sail around the Earth. Chapter 2. Globes and Maps. The Earth is round in shape. It is like a huge ball. It is so big that we cannot see it as a whole at a time. So, globes and maps are used to study it. Globes and maps are a means to study the Earth. Globes. A small model of the Earth is called a globe. The rod of the globe represents the axis of the Earth. The globe is placed on a stand in the same position as that of the Earth's axis to the plane of its orbit. On the globe, we can see only half of the Earth at a time. To see the other half, we have to rotate it. If we look carefully at the picture of the globe, we can see that it has some blue areas. These areas are water bodies. The other areas shown in different colors are land paths. Oceans. The huge bodies of water are called oceans. There are 5 oceans in the world. They are the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, the Indian Ocean, the Arctic Ocean, and the Antarctic Ocean. The Pacific Ocean is the largest ocean, and the Arctic Ocean is the smallest. Only the Indian Ocean is named after a country, India. The smaller water bodies are called seas, bays, and gulfs. Continents. The continents are the large masses of land. There are 7 continents on the Earth. They are Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Europe, Australia, and Antarctica. Out of the 7 continents, Asia is the biggest continent, and Australia is the smallest one. Continents are further divided into smaller parts called countries. Our country, India, is a part of Asia. Maps. It is not possible to see the entire part of the Earth at one time on the globe, as it is very small. Moreover, it is difficult to carry a globe from one place to another. A map helps us to overcome this difficulty. A map is a drawing on a flat surface, such as a piece of paper. It can be a drawing of the whole surface of the Earth, or any part of it. Maps can be very big or very small. They can be folded. We can carry them easily. There are different types of maps. A map that shows all the parts of the earth is called a world map. We can see a big map hanging on the wall of the classroom. This is called a wall map. A book of maps is called an atlas. An atlas consists of the maps of countries, states, cities, roads, rivers, mountains, forests, crops, soils, climates, and rainfall. Though maps are very useful, they have one big drawback that they cannot show the exact shape of the earth. Directions on a map. There are 4 main directions: north, south, east, and west. If you stand facing a map, the top of the map shows north. The bottom of the map shows south. To your right is east, and to your left is west. The directions are always shown in the same way in all kinds of maps. These directions help us to locate different places on the maps. Points to remember. The earth is round in shape. A small model of the earth is called a globe. The huge water bodies are called oceans. The large masses of land are called continents. A map is a drawing of an area on a flat surface. Chapter 3. Physical features of India. India is the world's 7th largest country in terms of area. It is the world's 2nd most populated country after China. More than 120 crore of people live in India. It is located in the southern part of the continent of Asia. India is surrounded by seas on 3 sides: the Bay of Bengal in the east, the Arabian Sea in the west, and the Indian Ocean in the south. The Great Himalayas are situated to the north of India. The land surface of our country is not the same everywhere. It has mountains, plains, plateaus, and deserts. Let us study about some important physical features of India. The northern mountains. The Himalayan mountains are located to the north of India. Their peaks remain covered with snow all through the year. The word Himalayas means abode of snow. The Himalayas are the highest mountain ranges in the world. Mount Everest is the highest peak in the world and is located in the Himalayas. The other peaks of the Himalayas are the Kanchenjunga, K2, Nanda Devi, and Dhaulagiri. K2 is the highest peak in India. The origins of many rivers like the Ganga, the Yamuna, the Indus, and the Brahmaputra are from the Himalayas. These rivers flow throughout the year as they are fed by the melting snow of the Himalayas. Dense forests cover the lower slopes of the Himalayas. This area is called the Terai. There are some high land masses in central and southern parts of India also. They are the Aravalli and Vindhya ranges in central India. Then there are the Satpura range and the Nilgiri hills in southern India. The northern plains. The northern plains are located to the south of the Himalayas. These plains have flat or level land with fertile soil. Many types of crops are grown here. These plains are, therefore, thickly populated. Many rivers like the Ganga, the Yamuna, and the Brahmaputra flow through these plains. The northern plains are known as the Gangetic Plains. These are the major agricultural regions of India. In fact, these plains are called the food bowl of India. There are some narrow strips of plains along the coasts of the Arabian Sea in the west and the Bay of Bengal in the east. These plains are also fertile and many crops are grown here. Rivers like the Mahanadi, the Godavari, the Krishna, and the Kaveri flow through these plains. The Deccan Plateau, the Southern Plateau, or the Deccan Plateau, is located in the central and the southern part of India. A plateau is a high land with a flat surface. The Southern Plateau is roughly triangular. It lies between the Western Ghats and the Eastern Ghats. The Southern Plateau covers the largest part of our country. Deccan Plateau contains rocky and less fertile land. However, this region is very rich in minerals. It is therefore called the storehouse of natural wealth. Many big rivers like the Mahanadi, the Godavari, the Krishna, and the Kaveri have their origin in the Southern Plateau. The Great Indian Desert. In the northwestern part of India, a vast desert called the Great Indian Desert or the Thar Desert is located. A desert is an area covered with sand. The Great Indian Desert is sandy, hot, and dry. Most of it lies in the state of Rajasthan. The land is not good for growing crops. There is very little rainfall. Very few plants such as cactus and some bushes grow in this desert. The Great Indian Desert is not thickly populated. Life in the desert is very difficult. The camel is the most useful animal in the desert. It is called the ship of the desert. The islands. A piece of land surrounded by water on all sides is called an island. India has two groups of islands, the Andaman and Nicobar Islands in the Bay of Bengal, and the Lakshadweep Islands in the Arabian Sea. Points to remember. India is the 7th largest country in the world. Mount Everest is the highest peak in the world. K2 is the highest peak in India. The northern plains are called the food bowl of India. The Southern Plateau is called the storehouse of natural wealth. The Great Indian Desert is also called Thar Desert. Chapter 4. India, our motherland. India is a vast country with a population of over 120 crore. It is the second most populated country in the world after China. India has a union or central government that governs the whole country. The central government looks after the security and welfare of the people. The capital of India is New Delhi. The main offices of the central government are located in New Delhi. The President, the Prime Minister, and all other ministers of the central government live in New Delhi. The President of India lives in the Rashtrapati Bhavan. The central government controls the whole country, but it alone cannot manage such a big country. Therefore, the country has been divided into smaller parts called states and union territories. There are 29 states and 7 union territories in India. All the states and union territories of India, along with their capitals, are given on a map of India on the next page. Each state has its own government. It is called the state government. The governor, the chief minister, and other ministers of the state live in the capital of the state. The union territories are controlled by the central government. The central government and the state governments work together for the progress of the country. Facts about Indian states and union territory. Rajasthan is the largest state, while Goa is the smallest state. Uttar Pradesh is the most populated state, while Sikkim is the least populated state. Andaman and Nicobar Islands are the biggest union territory, while Lakshadweep Islands are the smallest union territory. Delhi, also known as the National Capital Territory, has its own assembly. It has an elected government. Delhi has the largest population and Lakshadweep has the least population among the union territories. Points to remember. There are 29 states and 7 union territories in India. New Delhi is the capital of India. The central government looks after the welfare of the people of the whole country. The central government and the state governments work together. Chapter 5. Delicious Indian Dishes. India is a vast country. It has different landforms and climate. Different types of landforms and climate help the people to grow different types of food crops, vegetables, and fruits. People usually eat those food items which are grown in their areas. Food grains. Different kinds of food grains are grown in different parts of India. In Rajasthan, people eat wheat, jowar, and bajra. In the southern and eastern states, rice is the staple food. People of Assam, West Bengal, Odisha, Tamil Nadu, and Kerala eat rice. In the coastal areas, people eat rice and fish. Special dishes of some states. Punjab is famous for makki ki roti and sarson ka saag. Kashmir is famous for karan ka saag and green tea. West Bengal is famous for sweets like rasagolla and sandesh. Maharashtra is known for pav bhaji, bhel puri, and shrikhand. People of Rajasthan love to eat dal bati. Idli, sambar, dosa, rasam, and uttapam are the popular dishes of Tamil Nadu and Kerala. Pulses, fruits and vegetables. People in India grow a large amount of pulses, fruits, and vegetables. The main pulses are urad, moong, chana, rajma, and arhar. Fruits and vegetables grow in different seasons. Carrots, peas, and grapes grow in winter. Mangoes are available only in the summer. Onions, potatoes, and bananas are available throughout the year. Some states are famous for their fruits. Nagpur is known for its high-quality oranges. It is called the city of oranges. Kashmir and Himachal Pradesh are famous for apples. Himachal Pradesh is called the apple state of India. Ladakh is famous for apricots. Muzaffarpur in Bihar is famous for lychees. Ratnagiri in Maharashtra and Malihabad, Lucknow in Uttar Pradesh are famous for Alfonso and Daseri mangoes respectively. Coconut is grown in Goa, Kerala, and Tamil Nadu. Gujarat is famous for sapodilla, chiku. Assam, Goa, and Kerala are famous for pineapples. Spices. India is a leading producer of spices. Some of the common spices are cloves, long, turmeric, haldi, pepper, kali mirch, cardamom, elaichi, and coriander, dhania. These spices add flavor and color to our food. All the food items are grown in the different parts of our country. Do you know how these items are made? Available to different parts of India? It has become possible through a proper system of transport. Food grains, fruits and vegetables are taken to the nearby wholesale market or mandi by the farmers. Shopkeepers and vendors buy food grains, fruits and vegetables from here. We buy food items from the shopkeepers and vendors in the market. Points to remember. Different types of landforms and climate help people to grow different types of food crops, vegetables and fruits. Wheat and rice are the main food grains grown in India. Fruits and vegetables are eaten throughout the country. Indian food is popular all over the world. Chapter 6. Traditional Dresses of India. India is a land of rich tradition and diverse culture. People of different communities and different religions live here. They wear different dresses in different parts of the country. People prefer to dress themselves as per the climate of the region. The way we dress not only differs from place to place, but also from season to season. However, some dresses of both the men and women are common all over the country. Dresses of men. In India, men generally wear dhoti kurta, dhoti shirt, kurta pajama, kurta lungi, and trousers shirt. In many states, men still wear their traditional dresses. For example, achkan or angarakha with a colorful turban is popular in Rajasthan. Churidar pajama and jacket are popular in Gujarat, and dhoti kurta in Uttar Pradesh and West Bengal. Lungi is called veshti in Tamil Nadu and mundu in Kerala. Men in Karnataka wear dhoti kurta and put an angostra, a folded cloth, on their shoulders. The people of Rajasthan, Punjab and Haryana wear turbans, but their style of tying turbans is different from one another. In Uttar Pradesh and Gujarat, men cover their heads with Gandhi caps. In Kashmir, men wear fur caps. The cap of Himachal Pradesh is famous for its beautiful designs. Dresses of women. In India, sari blouse is the most common dress of women, but the pattern and style of wearing a sari varies from state to state. Women in many states still wear their traditional dresses. The popular dress of women in Haryana is ghagra kurta with odhni, while women in Punjab wear salwar kameez and dupatta. Ghagra choli in Uttar Pradesh, ghagra blouse and odhni in Gujarat, and baku in Assam. Women in Assam also wear a long shirt called mekhla, a breast cloth called breha, and a shawl. In West Bengal, women tie a bunch of keys to the pallu, corner of their saris. Piran is a common dress of both men and women in Kashmir. Pirans protect them from the cold. Women are very fond of jewelry. The tribes living in different parts of our country wear their traditional dresses. These dresses are usually colorful. Nowadays, Western dresses such as trousers, jeans, shirts and skirts have become popular among both men and women. Points to remember. The way we dress differs from place to place and from season to season. Common dresses of men are dhoti kurta, dhoti shirt, and kurta pajama. The most common dress of women is the sari blouse. Chapter 7. Our occupations. We all need money to fulfill our basic requirements such as food, clothes, etc. For that we have to work. The work we do to earn money and facilitate our survival is our occupation. Farming. In India, farming is the main occupation. A large number of people in villages are engaged in this occupation. Farmers grow many types of crops such as food grains, pulses, oil seeds, sugarcane, cotton, tea, spices, fruit, and vegetables. Cattle rearing is an occupation that depends on farming. People rear bullocks for plowing and pulling carts. They rear cows buffaloes and goats for milk. Rearing animals for milk on big farms is called dairy farming. Rearing of hens, ducks, and geese for their meat and eggs is called poultry farming. Many other occupations also depend on farming. Sugarcane is grown in fields. It is used to make sugar and jaggery in sugar mills. Cotton is grown in fields and cloth is made from cotton fibers in textile mills. Jute is grown in fields. It is used to make ropes and sacks in jute mills. Tea leaves are plucked from the tea gardens and are processed in factories. Cooking oil is prepared by crushing seeds of groundnut, mustard, and sunflower in oil mills. The raw materials that depend on farming are cotton, sugarcane, tea leaves, jute, and oil seeds. Forest-based occupations. In India, most part of land is covered with forests. A number of people work in these forests. They cut wood, which is used as timber to make doors, windows, furniture, packing boxes, matchboxes, paper, and cardboard. Some people also collect the juice of rubber trees, called latex. It is used to make rubber. Fishing. The coastal people are engaged in fishing. Processing and packaging fish in tins is another occupation based on fishing. Oil of some fish, such as cod and shark, is used as medicines. Fish are sometimes also reared in big tanks. This is known as fish farming or pisciculture. Mining. Extracting minerals from the earth's bowel is called mining. Our country has rich deposits of minerals like coal, iron, and mica. In some states, such as Jharkhand, mining is an important occupation. Some of these minerals are refined to get metals. Metals are used to make bicycles, cars, aeroplanes, railway engines, tractors, and utensils. Many people work in metal-based industries. Other occupations. A large number of people are engaged in other occupations. In towns and cities, a large number of people work as shopkeepers or businessmen. Some people work in transport, medical, postal, and banking services. All these people are important to us as they provide us with the services we need. Points to remember. Farming is the most important occupation of our country. Fishing is the main occupation in the coastal areas. Mining is an important occupation of people living in mineral-rich states. Rearing animals for milk in big farms is called dairy farming. Chapter 8. Indian Festivals. In India, a number of festivals are celebrated every year. That is why India is called the land of festivals. We have a festival almost every day in India. Some festivals are common to the whole country, while others are celebrated only in some parts. There are mainly three kinds of festivals: national, religious, and harvest festivals. Let us learn about some important festivals of our country. National festivals. National festivals are celebrated throughout the country. There are three national festivals: Independence Day, Gandhi Jayanti, and Republic Day. Independence Day. Independence Day is celebrated on August 15 every year. On this day, in 1947, India got independence from the British rule. Every year on August 15, the Prime Minister hoists the national flag at the Red Fort in Delhi. He or she addresses the nation. In schools, Independence Day is celebrated with great pomp and show. We sing the national anthem and other patriotic songs. Gandhi Jayanti. Gandhi Jayanti is celebrated on October 2 every year. It is the birthday of Mahatma Gandhi, the father of the nation. Prayers are held at his Samadhi at Rajghat in New Delhi. The whole nation pays respect and homage to Mahatma Gandhi. People spin the charkha and sing the Ram Dhun. We take a vow to follow his path of peace, truth, and non-violence. Republic Day. We celebrate Republic Day on January 26 every year. On this day, in 1950, India became a republic. That is, it adopted its own constitution. A grand parade is held at Vijay Chowk in New Delhi. Our armed forces, police, NCC cadets, school children and folk dancers participate in the parade. The latest defense equipments like tanks, aeroplanes and war weapons are also displayed. The president takes the salute of the parade. T-blocks from different states are the main attraction of the parade. Religious festivals. There are many religious festivals. Religious festivals are celebrated by the people of different religions of India. Dassehra. It is believed that on this day, Lord Rama killed Ravana, the demon king of Lanka. Dassehra is celebrated to mark the victory of good over evil. Ram Leela, depicting the story of Lord Rama's life, is staged for 9 nights. On the 10th night, effigies of Ravana, Kumbhakarna and Meghanada are burned. Dassehra is also called Vijayadashmi. Dassehra is celebrated as Durga Puja in West Bengal. Diwali. Diwali comes 20 days after Dassehra. It is called the Festival of Lights. Diwali marks the return of Lord Rama to his kingdom Ayodhya after a period of 14 years in exile. People clean their houses and decorate them with diyas, candles and electric bulbs. Women make colorful designs called rangoli in front of their houses. People wear new clothes and exchange sweets and gifts. At night, they worship Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth. People burst firecrackers and enjoy the festival. Holi. Holi is called the festival of colors. It marks the end of winter. Bonfires are lit on the eve of Holi to show the victory of good over evil. People throw colored water and gulal on one another. Children play with water balloons and pichkaris. Gujia, a special sweet dish, is prepared on Holi. People sing and dance. Eid. Eid or Eid-ul-Fitr is celebrated to mark the end of the holy month of Ramzan. Muslims keep a fast during the month of Ramzan. On the day of Eid, the Muslims wear new clothes and offer prayers or namaz at mosques or Eidgahs. They embrace one another and wish Eid Mubarak. A special sweet dish called sevaiya is prepared on this day. Guru Purab. The Sikhs celebrate Guru Purabs as the birthdays of their 10 gurus. They go to gurudwaras to offer prayers. Huge processions are taken out in towns and cities. People take food from a common kitchen called langar. Guru Purab is celebrated in a big way in the Golden Temple at Amritsar. Christmas. Christmas is celebrated by the Christians on December 25 every year to mark the birthday of Jesus Christ. On December 24 at midnight, Christians go to churches to offer special prayers. They decorate their houses with the Christmas tree. They stand around the tree and sing carols. Santa Claus brings gifts for them at night. Christmas cake is a specialty of Christmas. People wish each other Merry Christmas. Harvest festivals. Harvest festivals are celebrated at the end of crop season. These festivals are celebrated in different ways in different states. Baisakhi. Baisakhi is the harvest festival of Punjab. People express their joy with the beat of dhol and dance. Men perform the famous bhangra and women perform gidda. Bihu. Bihu is the most famous festival of Assam. It is celebrated 3 times in a year. Young girls wearing their traditional clothes perform the Bihu dance on this festival. Pongal. Pongal is a very famous festival celebrated in Tamil Nadu. It is celebrated for 3 days. On the first day, the rain god is worshipped. On the second day, the sun god is worshipped. And on the third day, Mother Cow is worshipped. Pongal is prepared from newly harvested rice in milk and jaggery. In Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka, this festival is known as Sankranti. Onam. Onam is a famous festival of Kerala. It is called the Festival of Flowers. People wear new clothes and eat special food. The food is served on banana leaves. Snake boat races are the most exciting events of this festival. Elephants are decorated and taken out in huge processions. Besides these festivals, people also celebrate many other festivals. Basant Panchami is celebrated in the honor of goddess Saraswati. Mahashivratri is celebrated in the honor of Lord Shiva. Janmashtami is the birthday of Lord Krishna. Ramnavami is the birthday of Lord Rama. Navratri is celebrated in the honor of goddess Amba or Durga. Buddha Purnima is the birthday of Lord Buddha. Mahavir Jayanti is the birthday of Lord Mahavira. Ganesh Chaturthi is celebrated in Maharashtra. Raksha Bandhan is a festival of brothers and sisters. Chhat Puja is an important festival of Bihar. Points to remember: Independence Day, Republic Day, and Gandhi Jayanti are our national festivals. Dasera, Diwali, Eid, Christmas, Guru Purab, and Holi are our religious festivals. Pongal, Onam, Baisakhi, and Bihu are our harvest festivals. Pongal is called Sankranti in Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka.